Who? Dan double U. Let's go. Ow, wow, listen right now. Everybody knows the man that says pow. Start the show, gonna talk some toys. This is for the grown-up girls and boys making noise. Let's start the show. Talking Marvel Legends and the money that we blow. Honestly, look, there ain't no stopping me. Turtles and Joes too, let's do this properly. Need to buy more toys, don't tell my bank. Wasn't me, promise it was Hellfire Hank. Whole Who crew, look, they made me do it. If it lands at my door, then I best review it. Screw it, I don't usually boast, but I got Rich M, he's here to host. Raise a toast and raise some ducks. This isn't your average show, we're deluxe. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Welcome to episode 298 of the Dan Who weekly live stream, where we recap the week that was in Marvel Legends. But we don't need to wait a week, as San Diego Comic-Con is happening right now, and we have just had the Marvel panel. So we have fresh off the heels of lots of reveals to discuss. So of course, let's get straight into it. I can't do it on my own, and we got a little special treat for you today, because I got two co-hosts with me today. We got Jay and Rich. So ignoring Jay, sorry Jay, but Rich, how you been? We've missed you.
Hello, I'm back. I can do any night apart from a Thursday, so we're good.
Damn, it's damn Amanda and her schedule. No, I'm only joking, Jay. I love you already. How you been doing?
Hello, everybody. Happy Christmas. It's not just Christmas because it's San Diego Comic-Con. We are having a Friday threesome, everybody, because Rich is joining us. So cheers to that.
Yeah, indeed. I've got a drink. I need to open it up in a minute, fresh out the fridge, because it is still quite hot in the UK. Not that I'm complaining, but how hot were these reveals? We shall discuss. So, as always, as a collector, I've got fond memories of San Diego Comic-Con. Like, that's a sinister laugh there. I remember when the live stream used to be at like 1 o'clock in the morning for us in the UK. I don't know if you remember those times where you'd wake up on the Sunday morning or even stay up late one night just to refresh your phone to see all the reveals. So it's nice that they're happening at a more convenient time for us in the UK, so we can be a part of it. Shout out to all the content creators that are there, and we are very self-aware. We are mooching off you guys. Saved ourselves thousands of pounds in hotels and airport and plane tickets and everything, so we can report on the news. I think I've watched Unparalleled Universe was doing a live stream, MCU Collector, shout out Miss Prime, Rush is there as well, shout out Rush, who's going to be doing an interview with the Marvel team a little bit later on behalf of Dan Who Reviews, and also shout out Encounter Culture Kenny, who was about as well yesterday. So always fun to see all the reveals, and there are plenty of reveals from all the other companies, but let's right now focus on Marvel Legends. I do just want to go through the quick housekeeping though, as we always do, and then we'll get into some toy talk. I've got a poll in the chat, so again, I'll come to these guys in a minute to see what they would vote for, but let me just put it on screen so you can see here. What did you think of the San Diego panel? All right, there's only 4 options, so I've gone both ends of the spectrum. It was the best ever, it was the worst ever, or it was good, not great, or meh, pretty mid. Okay, so far 46% of you say meh, pretty mid. So Jay, just as a little spoiler, without giving us context, just as a little spoiler, what would you vote for on that poll?
Well, I've had an absolutely fantastic San Diego Comic-Con so far, but maybe not because of Marvel Legends. So I did vote, and I've been a little positive. I've gone good, not great, because there's a couple of all-timers, but I'm borderline a bit meh.
Okay, Rich, no context, just which one you're voting for.
Nah. Not the best, I don't think. I would say not the best.
Now, this is going to be controversial. You guys are probably going to think I'm an imposter from the other half of YouTube. So don't clip me for this, because it does sound a lot more dramatic than I mean it to. But I think that was one of the worst...
Cover your face, Jay, cover your face.
I think I know what he's going to say. Is he going to say it?
Yeah, I think that was one of the worst San Diego Comic-Con showings for Marvel Legends in recent memory. Again, it's all subjective. Not everything is for everybody. And just for me and what I'm looking for in my collection, today, not a lot got me excited. Genuinely, like I did like a couple of things, but just looking at it as a whole, it wasn't really for me, if that makes sense. Like, so we will discuss.
You was like literally last week. You was going to me. I want pink Psylocke. Give me pink Psylocke.
Definitely
That's
not.
what you said to me last week.
Me and Jay
You were
last
like,
week.
Give me pink
Me and
Psylocke.
Jay last week did a most wanted list where we had a lot of figures on that list. Jay, do you want to guess how many figures we got on that list?
I'm going to go for a big fat zero.
We got one.
Oh, we got one.
We got
Hey.
one. We got one on that list, and yeah, we will discuss. But I don't mean that to come across so super negative, because I'm very self-aware that it's based on my own collecting habits and my own selfish bias. And the Legends world is for everybody. There's always a slice of the pie, no matter what form of media you prefer, and all these little sub collections. So I don't mean it to sound as dramatic as I am. Like I'm not upset about it by any means. Like I'm still find something to enjoy.
It's a full heel turn from Dan Who live here.
Yeah.
We've got Rich back, and Dan's just switched roles.
Yeah.
Something has happened.
yeah. I just when I think back to other San Diego Comic Cons, there's always like a really big item that like I'm really excited. Like last year was Mephisto, one of my most wanted, and like for me this year's made to order doesn't quite, just for me personally, doesn't quite hit that same mark. But I know I'm going to be in the minority for that one. But anyway, we will discuss.
It doesn't take you for a ride, Dan. Not taking you for a ride, no.
No. I'm just not the biggest. I'm not the biggest Marvel Games fan, as they've rebranded now. Marvel Games, no longer Gameverse, it's Marvel Games. But
This
It's
is
all right.
already
You've got to save up for
out
Echo One.
of date.
it is, yes, Gameverse. To be fair, right, me and Rich did hear through the grapevine that and me and Rich did predict that the made to order would be Gameverse related. So we sort of kept it quiet, but we thought, well, again, only speaking for myself, but I thought it might have been Rivals related. Shout out Off the Shelf, first and foremost. Is Friday working for us? No, she's not. She's not. She's not a fan either of today's panel stream either. Off the Shelf says, putting the Crimson Dawn Psylocke head behind a player 2 color 2-pack is criminal. Yeah, I'm not a fan of any of the player 2 variants, but I'm like, I was always player 1, so I'm sure there's younger brothers out there who maybe will have more of an affiliation to player 2, so I'm not mad at that. But we all knew player 2 versions were coming, people. Let's not pretend any of us didn't expect to see that. But shout out Off the Shelf. That takes us one step closer to unlocking the bonus show. As always, 5 super chats during today's stream, and we will leave the bonus show public while we are live for everybody to enjoy. But if you are a channel member at the Who Crew Deluxe tier, you can be a part of that. That's what it's all about, as you can see. Again, Legends and Liquor is this Sunday. So today we're recapping just Marvel Legends, but on Sunday we will be recapping everything from San Diego Comic Con. And like Jay said, there's been lots of stuff to talk about, not just Marvel Legends. So get involved. But like we've already seen, Off the Shelf, £4 or $4. Very much appreciate the contributions to the show, like always. And I apologise for being a grumpy bastard this evening. Let me get rid of that real quick and just promote the YouTube. There is the first reveals did happen yesterday. I did put up a little day one recap yesterday. Also, talking of Marvel Rivals and games, I reviewed Rich's Punisher, which is actually a great figure for the source material it's representing. Like, it really is. And that Lunar Snow is the first time. Rich, so do you know you've got that in hand? Do you reckon that's a comic Lunar Snow as well? Like, I can put that in a comic display and it'll be good? Or is it too stylized?
No, Luna's had enough like different outfits so you could easily put that into a comic book display.
Yeah, that's where she's going to go for me. I'm looking forward to Lunar Snow is the one I'm most anticipated out of that whole wave because it's a new character.
I don't hate this Spider-Man as much, like looking at him, like he doesn't look as bad as the promo pictures.
Yeah, it's Spider-Man. It's still
Shout out
Spider-Man.
Shooting the Galaxy.
Yeah, as always. Why wouldn't we? Apparently he's watching. And also I've got reviews for all of the box Build-A-Figure wave on the channel right now. And I've just just filmed my recap and ranking this week, but I didn't want to post during San Diego. Shout out Z-Man. Let me open my drink.
Defo wasn't as strong as the other brands, but Sentinel was awesome and EarthX Cap, yes sir.
So Friday clearly likes Z-Man and she doesn't like Canadian dollars. Sorry, Off the Shelf. But Z-Man says Defo wasn't as strong as other brands, but Sentinel was awesome. awesome. And Earth X cap, yes, please. We will discuss when we get to that, because I'm hoping Rich can inform me, because I don't really know much about Earth X at all. I know when Parallowed was a big fan and they made him stand up in the panel. It was funny because he did do a video actually this week talking about how Marvel Legends are never going to do Earth X. So they were clearly paying attention. He actually said out loud to Dan Yoon as well during the live stream, so I was watching his, and he was like, Dan, are you getting fired? And he's like, what's going on? It was pretty funny. But yeah, go and check out all the box builder figure wave reviews on the channel right now. Recap and ranking coming. Where am I ranking them? Well, you'll have to wait and find out. I'm sure everybody is excited to know. But let's get into some Marvel Legend reveals. So let's start off with day one. So they always have a Hasbro press breakfast the morning of San Diego Comic-Con to sort of whet the appetite, give a couple of reveals, and they start putting up pre-orders straight away for all the different brands. So the only new thing that we hadn't seen before for Marvel Legends was this Avengers Crossing 2-pack of Scarlet Witch and Vision's cape with accessory of Vision included as well. So this will pair up very nicely. Where is it? It's in this room somewhere. Or unless I've took it back upstairs. I think I took it back upstairs, but it does pair up nicely with the Black Widow and Quicksilver that we got this year as well. So maybe they're going to do another pack as well, because the team isn't complete yet. And it would be pretty random to just do 4 and then that's it. But Rich, I'll come to you first, because you're a big fan of Avengers Crossing. He says he fondly remembers reading this in the 90s. No, he's not a fan of Avengers Crossing, but he advised me not to read it. And I think I did go back and read a little bit of it, because it's a Tony Stark sort of story, isn't it? So, Rich, what do you think of these figures?
Now, I will say the Crossing is a load of shit. Like, I'll stand by that. I would die on that hill. It's not a good story.
Oh, hang on, hold your horses, hold your horses. Justin.
Justin-CX4 was
Thank you,
donated
Justin.
$19.99. Evil Dan, Rich returns. That Mondo lizard for Jay. Time to celebrate.
Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that super chat. Very generous this afternoon, and that gives us. We're already past the halfway mark to hit the goal as well. So I appreciate that. Much appreciated. I told you, Rich, you should stay around. People love you. People love you. Right. So you were saying you're standing by the Crossing not being a good story. Continue.
Yeah, it's a terrible story, but the costume designs, I don't hate. Like, this redesign for Scarlet Witch, I quite like. I think it's one of the better reimagined versions of Wanda. So it's quite unique as well, because in the Marvel Universe line, we've always had that classic, like the pink with the red, like the body stocking and like the M-shaped headdress as well. So this is like a different look for Wanda, and I really like it. I think it's good to get variety, and they've used the super articulated female body on it as well. Of all the Wandas, they've used it on the Crossing one. So yeah, so I'm not mad at this. I think it looks really good. I don't really understand how arms were bent.
Yeah,
I'm guessing it's like covers or something.
I'm thinking they're overlays maybe, so they can slide up and down like sleeves. Maybe I don't know.
Otherwise, she's just like
Yeah.
She can do a Mexican wave, and that's about it. Like, that's all she can do.
Because that body is the double jointed elbows, isn't it? But other people had that thoughts in my comment section as well. And it seems like the big sleeve slides up and down, but you can't see the double joint in any of the pictures. So it might still be it'll be a shame to give it the highly articulated female body and then single jointed elbows. So I think they are double jointed, but they're going to be hindered due to the big thickness of her sleeves. Rich, question in regards to this costume for Wanda. Could I use this as a better placeholder for a Force Works Wanda rather than the ones we currently have? It's closer, isn't it? I know it's not perfect.
It's close, but it's like it's no cigar. Like, I mean, you could fudge it in, I suppose, but yeah, kind of ish.
I know the Force Works one is more like she's more nude, isn't she? She hasn't got all the black underlayer.
But she does go into like later on in the series. So in the first one, it's more like like the animated show where she's got shorter hair and it's just like a one piece and then it goes into the skirt at the bottom. But like later on, it is more similar to this look in Force Works. It's not exactly the same, but she's got the same she's got like thigh high boots and she's got that. It is more similar to this. So you could fudge this in for like a later Force Works. Yeah,
I was just thinking like when I look at Marvel Legends, I think where do they fit in my collection? And like I like you, I'm not like trying to build an Avengers Crossing team. Shout out Robert Thompson, channel member, who crewed the looks tier. I appreciate that, Robert. Robert may be joining us this afternoon now. You are welcome to, Robert. You are welcome to. So I'm not trying to build an Avengers Crossing team, so I'm trying to think where else would I put them in the collection. So I know it's not bang on to the Force Works, but considering we got that US agent recently, and we've already got the modular Iron Man, like I'm thinking, I could put her there for the time being at least. What do you think of Vision's cape, Rich?
It reminds me, like, I mean, it is truthful to the art, that's not a lie. But it looks to me like a McFarlane Spawn. That's what I kept thinking. It's like a McFarlane, like, it does, you know, it's aesthetics over posability. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but it's a shame they didn't put like a normal, smaller cape with it as well. Because I think on the shelf, it's going to take up a lot of like real estate putting that up. And because he's right at the back as well. So it's not like you even put like characters behind him. It's like it's gonna like stick out like a sore thumb.
Sore thumb. That's the one.
Yeah, there we go.
That's the one. No, I'm with you. Like, it's very hindering for a more static display. I know in some of these promo pictures they've got him standing up on a stand, but they're manipulating that where the cape's just going to sweep back in position because it's like that harder plastic. So we're gonna have to wait and see. Bring toys to work. Thank you very much. With the 1877, is that very precise number there?
77 pence.
Thank you.
Just showing love. Hi, Rich. So good to see you on the stream again.
Told you, Rich. Told you, Rich. Keeping the lights on in the Dan Who household. I appreciate it. I do want to just shout out, Bring Toys to Work is actually lingering to watch Brandon. Like, again, first co-host of the channel. Brandon is actually presenting the Star Wars panel over in San Diego while we are live. So I do want to just show some props to Brandon. He has come a long way from the Dan Who live show co-host to now hosting a panel at San Diego. See, lads,
what holiday you walk is celebrating this year?
I don't know. An Irish one, maybe, a little one with a shamrock and a big hat. Jay, throw it to you in regards to Avengers: The Crossing. Now, I know we've seen what Marvel Legends you've been picking up this year, and spoiler alert, people, Jay did not pick up the Black Widow and Quicksilver from The Crossing, but you do have a lot of comics that are still wrapped in plastic. Jay, do you have any of these 90s eras of the X-Men, of the Avengers?
Now I'm well known for collection of Marvel Omnibus, mint on card, and mint on card book collection. So Rich is here for the open book knowledge, and I'm here for the lovely knowledge of the spine. But having listened to Rich over the years actually talk about this, and I think I used to watch Omar on Near Mint Condition. He used to talk about the omnibuses, the books, talk about The Crossing as one of the piles of absolute dross from the 90s. So no, I didn't. Even I, who is literally a mint on card book collector, did not pick up Avengers: The Crossing.
Pick up this omnibus. This is a good one. The Trial of Gambit. Good
that's
issue. Go mad art in this one. Really good.
I've tried to get out of book buying because, as you realise, I don't ever read the bloody things. So this was at the press breakfast, wasn't it? So
yes.
We went off to the strongest of starts. When I don't want to see that, my goodness me, it gets worse. So we went off to the strongest of starts. So I saw Vision. And the first thing I thought was again of Todd McFarlane, but not for Spawn. I thought of Batman Year 2 when Todd did the actual figure of Batman with a huge cape with the graveyard that doesn't move. And then I saw this picture and thought, well, hold on, is this some actual kind of plastic innovation here? And it's an actual flexible, bendy cape, or is somebody just like bodged it down?
Yeah, they're manipulating it.
It'll
we
just
know what
flip
plastic
back,
the Legends use for capes. Like, they're not using anything different here. It's just a regular Legends cape they've manipulated for pictures. It's not going to sit like that at all.
No. So if they had done something special and it did sit like that, I thought actually it is kind of cool. But then otherwise it is going to get completely in your way. With Scarlet Witch's outfit, it's kind of reminded me of the Multiverse of Madness MCU costume. May have taken some inspiration from that look. So I do like the look of these characters, but they're not day one pickups. If they end up in the inevitable sale, I think, for this Crossing story, then they may make a nice little shelf collection. But we weren't off to the strongest of starts, I must say.
Like Rich said, using the better articulated female body for Scarlet Witch, and we don't often get comic Scarlet Witches in the collection. We've only got a couple, and they've all been in the same outfit. Shout out Figurtographer.
1503 donated £9.99.
Doesn't even need to say anything. Just wanted to show some love. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Figure Photographer. I always appreciate the super chats, even if they don't Don't need to say anything. Don't need to say anything. I appreciate you lurking and watching in the background all the same. Much appreciated. We're one away from unlocking the gold already, by the way, people. So I appreciate the generosity. But like I was saying, it's nice to get Wanda in a costume that we don't have in the Legends line. And I do like the Wanda, like I really do. And I don't dislike Vision either. I just wish they had a different cape. I get that the cape is accurate. Like I showed the reference in my video yesterday. The reference is literally from that front cover of The Crossing. So it's not inaccurate. It's just going to be a little bit awkward to pose on the display. But a question before we move on from this, because this was only like day one reveal. Rich, do you reckon there will be any more Crossing 2-packs or single packs, as it's a bit odd to just do 4 and none, as maybe a Hawkeye and Thor would be a good match to round out this team. Or Chadwick Myers, I think, may have just unlocked the bonus show. I think he did. Is Friday going to read it out? No, she's not. She picks and chooses this day and age. I don't know. I don't know why. She sometimes goes on a break and doesn't tell me. What a treat to see Rich again. RIP to MCU fans. Hopefully Sundays is a whole wave. Really wanted at least a tease for Infinity Saga and Disney Plus wave. Yeah, I do think you'll be fine. Sunday is clearly Doomsday figures. And I think they're going to have the first wave of Doomsday figures on show. That would be a very wise, educated guess. Dan Yoon did play the whole trailer, and so I do think we're going to see multiple characters and an interesting lineup. I know there's lots of leaks and stuff out there. We're going to find out if any of them are true or not as well, based on what they show on Sunday. So Chadwick, I think you'll be fine for MCU collections, and very always appreciate the super chat. So yeah, back to you, Rich. Do you reckon we're going to see more Crossing 2-packs like Thor and Hawkeye maybe?
Yeah, I think definitely I think we will. I think at least Thor and Hawkeye. I mean, like they could still do like Iron Man and like the harness Giant Man as well. I mean, surely because they're all about completing teams lately, and that's all they want to do is like complete teams. So surely they're gonna do that. I mean, again, it's not my favorite storyline, but I do like the looks. And with Thor and Hawkeye, these are the looks that they wear in like DC versus Marvel in the big crossover between DC and Marvel.
Yeah, same as Quicksilver.
This era, yeah. So it's like they'd be good for that, especially with like Mattel doing the DC figures. You could like mix and match them. In
recent years, I think Hasbro are aware of completing teams, and they try and finish them very quickly. Like I know it was a couple of years ago now, but we got the couple of 2-packs for what was it? Power Princess's team, Quadrant Supreme. Yeah, so we got the 2-packs of Squadron Supreme, and then we got Power Princess in a wave, and then again just last year we got the 2-packs for the Inhumans, as well as the 2-pack with Crystal and Lockjaw. So like they have these lines that are away from the regular sort of releases, the regular builder figures, the regular card back waves, where they try and complete teams on the side. And I do think the Crossing may be that type of vibe. Do you reckon we're going to see that, Jay?
I think we would, but if they were going to do that, wouldn't now have been a good time to do a made-to-order harness version of Giant Man? But we're going to have to wait at least another year, I think, because I can't see them doing him in any other way than a made-to-order. So it might be a while. Is
made-to-order just going to be Sentinel, Giant Man? Sentinel, Giant Man. Is that what we're going to be going for?
They are going to eventually, Hasbro are going to reuse some of the tooling for a Marvel Legends HasLab. Like we knew it was going to happen, and I do think Giant Man's relatively. I know there's some sculpted uniqueness on Giant Man, but I do think out of all the HasLabs we've got, Giant Man is one that you can build upon to create a different version. So again, just saying, but we do have another made to order later in the year. We always get 2, and we didn't see any X-Men 97 today, did we? So.
And it's usually the bigger one in the second half of the year, isn't it? So maybe we have just worked it out here. The Friday threesome, the hashtag Friday threesome. I'm trying to get that.
Trying to make that work.
I don't know why. But
we're not selling merch, by the way, people.
We'll have this by the end of the year. We predicted it here.
Like Rich said, not the best story, but it does. The Avengers stories do get better after the Crossing because they sort of retcon it. Kang Dynasty's like not far after this in the 90s as well. Am I right, Rich? Kang Dynasty's like a few years after, isn't it?
So there's this, then like Onslaught happens, then it goes into the
Heroes Reborn, isn't it?
It's Rob Liefeld, isn't it? Yeah. Don't read that. Heroes Reborn. But Heroes Return, Kurt Busiek and George Perez take it over. That is an amazing run. It's like Firestar and Justice join the team.
Is that Avengers Forever? Avengers Forever era?
So Avengers Forever is Buzeak and Carlos Pacheco.
Okay.
That's a great story as well. That comes after it. So that's when he pulls from like Avengers from all different eras and stuff like that. So that's like it runs to the side of the Buzeak Perez run. But the Buzeak Perez run is just amazing. Like the first 3-4 issues, it brings back every Avenger. It sticks them off this medieval universe. They bring back Wonder Man. They get the team all back together. Just a really good run, yeah. So after that, it goes great until like no more mutants, and then it's back downhill again. Back downhill for the Avengers.
Peaks and troughs in it in the Marvel universe. It always is. Another 2-pack idea for this, as well as Hawkeye and Thor, could be 2 Iron Men. You could have an adult Iron Man versus a teenage Iron Man. Would the teenage Iron Man, Rich, work for an Iron Lad, or is Iron Lad even younger than the one in this story?
The only thing is with the armor, you don't know it's teen Tony Stark.
Oh, so it's still an adult size
further along. So
okay.
yeah, it's not like it would be like a
shorter. Yeah, okay. So it
armor type of thing. So it's like a big shock when he reveals and he's like, oh my god, it's young Tony Stark. And then that just goes nowhere anyway. So yeah, you couldn't really do it for Iron Lads, I don't think. But then saying that, Iron Lad is just an armor, isn't it? So it could be a kid like Kid Kang inside the armor anyway.
Yeah,
so.
that's why I get them confused, because I know Kang's a part of that story as well. And but anyway, like they are very colourful 90s designs, very toyetic, and they would definitely pop and look good as a display on your shelf for sure. Just probably avoid reading The Crossing is all we're saying. But we shall see if we get any more later in the year. But that was day one's reveal. That was it. It was just the Scarlet Witch and Vision 2-pack. So let's actually get into the panel that happened a mere hour or so ago. All right. So I don't have any pretty promotional images yet for any of these. There are a few things starting to leak out. So if I can grab them, I'll show them. But otherwise, I am just on Marvelous News, screen grabbing whoever was closest to the monitor. I know Rush was there as well. Shout out Rush, taking pictures, sharing in our group chat. But here we go. So there we go. The panel, and they started off with the Magic the Gathering wave, exactly as it was on the leak list. So those leak lists that David Displays have been doing, let's be honest, his source is pretty solid so far. So let's get into it. First up, we got Twilight Captain America. Rich, can you tell us a little bit about Twilight Captain America? Because he's got the glasses on as well. He looks like more nerdy Steve Rogers.
So it's set in the future. It's like a Chip Zdarsky run. It's quite recent as well. Like Miss Marvel is in it, and it's kind of like a dark, like dystopian kind of like future where like it's like everything is like they're all Captain America is like fighting to be free and free the world again. Like everything has gone wrong, and he's like bringing back the Avengers for this like one last like adventure type of thing. Is
it just like a one shot? Like its own little story.
No, it's like a 5-issue miniseries, but I think like it is being like collected now. It's like it's all set like this massive battle has happened between like the Avengers and like all the big bad supervillains. So like Ultron and everyone is there, and it goes wrong. So the public now like hate the Avengers. They don't want superheroes to save them, and then like Captain America is like just become like disillusioned with it all, and then everyone gets like pulled back into like to be the Avengers again, more or less.
I'm just going to grab a better picture that have been shared.
Pulse have put them out, but they're only on, I can see them on their Instagram and their Facebook.
Yeah, I bloody hate
anywhere else.
I hate sharing on Instagram because it goes all small. I can just screen grab it though, so if you hear some beeping, you know what I'm doing behind the scenes. Let's throw up this better image of Cap. There we go. That gives us a better look at Captain America. Jay, you a fan of Twilight Cap?
Well, a minute ago, you went straight to Rich there because you assumed I knew nothing about Twilight Captain America. And that assumption, sir, was spot on. What the hell is this? I have no idea. Of course you were correct. No idea. Looks bloody weird. So, yeah, I don't know. Not my favourite design I've ever seen.
Rowlum? Am I saying that right? I apologise if I'm saying it wrong. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. I need to hear it, and Friday was rude and didn't read it to me. He said you could use the panel video on Hasbro Pulse. Oh, okay. Have they now posted one? Because it wasn't live before we went live. Usually they post like a little recap video on Pulse. Let's have a look. They usually
seen one before we went live.
It wasn't there before we went live. They usually give a few little extra tidbits in that as well, because like it's just Dan and Dwight riffing, and Yeah, I'll just get it up on the side behind me, and if I can grab
We are
it.
live on YouTube, and guess who is competing with us? Todd McFarlane is doing this panel right now, trying
Ah,
to compete with us. Shocking behaviour, Todd.
Oh, yeah. Oh well. Oh well. It's RIP the DC line at McFarlane. That's all I'm going to say. Let's keep going through. Okay, so Twilight Captain America. We have got the boxed images, so we can see what he comes with in a moment. But he comes with an unmasked head, some glasses as well. And Dwight did want to say, I do want to say this out loud, right? Because everyone always reads too deep into the Marvel live streams, into like what they're wearing and what's a tease. And in one of the videos, Dwight genuinely just put on a USA hat because it was World Cup season, and everyone was messaging me going, "Don't forget the cap tease. Don't forget the cap tease." And I was like, it's not a tease, he just put on a cap. And then in this live stream, in this panel, Dwight addressed that and did say, no, I genuinely was just putting on a hat and people thought it was a cap tease. But I guess you could relate it to this if you want to. So again, just proof that we read too much into everything. But via coincidence, there is a Captain America tease via this Twilight cap. So let's just keep going. Next up, there's a better look at the glasses. Next up, Doom 2099. Now, we knew this was coming, and he looks great, to be fair, as a representation of Doom 2099. Very vibrant blue against the metallic silver. I know the art is very stylized, but this is sort of brought back to reality in the Marvel Legends sort of aesthetic. And I quite like this, Jay. I know you didn't know Cap, but you know Doom.
Yeah, this is one of the ones I really did enjoy. We've seen this on the rumoured list for a while. I'm a big fan of Doom. Behind Lizard, he's probably my second favourite Marvel character. Again, I've never read 2099, but I've seen, of course, that front cover. Mondo have done a really cool, like, massive poster art of it with like the foil cover variants and stuff. So the blue version of Doom was one I was hoping we were going to get from the rumours, and it did turn out to be true. So this is one of my favourites from the actual day. So yes, I will definitely be picking this one up, even though, of course, I will have to buy Magic the Gathering cards again. So it seems we've got used to actually this gimmick here. I've still not sold my ones from last year, so yeah, I wonder if they've gone up in value over the years.
Yeah, let us know in the chat. Are the cards of value anymore, or have we missed our opportunity? Because there's usually a little window where people want them, and then people forget about them. Dwight and Jesse, during the question and answer segment, did sort of allude to there being more Magic the Gathering waves, just very casually. We're like, oh, the next one's a different theme. So they sort of accidentally revealed there is going to be more Magic waves. But this one was superheroes themed. Rich, you a fan of Doom 2099?
I love Doom 2099. It's a great comic book. So this is original look. Like, he has this for like the first 25 issues, and then he gets like a different look. But when they brought Doom 2099 back, it's always been in this look. Like, he's behind the scenes in like Marvel Rivals, scheming, fighting the Doom from our universe. He's just a great look. He's a great character, and he will sit next to the Spider-Man 2099s on my shelf for my little 2099 display. They need to do some of the X-Men now. That's what we're missing. But not Peter Hulk. No Peter Hulk for me, thank you very much.
Yeah, I also skipped Hulk 2099 for the record. Okay, let's keep going. I like that he comes with the effect pieces as well. I don't know if there's any pictures of that. There you go. Because that sort of looks like one of the panels. Isn't there a front cover where he's just there with the big lightning bolts and stuff? So
yeah, that's what I was talking about. And Mondo have done the foil edition of there. So it's probably not our last Doctor Doom of the weekend.
Okay, issue 1. There we go. That's why it's in my head. Okay, where are the other images? They just skipped the other ones. Well, I've got images here because this one is probably my highlight of the 4, and it is Malice. So she actually comes with an unmasked civilian head as well, which I really like. So 2 heads for Malice. And yeah, something we didn't think Legends would do. They did say that this is going to be a fan channel exclusive, so it's definitely sold in ways they're allowed to. And yeah, just one of these designs that you never thought you'd get in Legends, but here she is, spiky and all. Rich, you a fan of Malice?
I mean, I think you were more of a fan of it than me, because sometimes when I'm on my Instagram, like, looking at things, like these women in latest come up, and like, why does this come out? Oh, Dan, who's liked it? Oh, okay.
Not ashamed of that. Not ashamed of that at all.
Not full on gimp mask, ladies. I'll give you that, Dan. You got some standards, but still. But yeah, like,
you're following my Instagram then.
I told you, you can look at my Explore page. I ain't got no shame. I've told you before. It's football, action figures, and breasts. I've been very honest.
Toys and titties, everybody. That's the way to go.
Next spin-off. This looks great, though. I was a bit apprehensive with this because I was like, how were they going to do it? I didn't think they'd go full on gimp mask even. I thought there'd be like a way that they would do it. So the fact that they did that with the spikes coming out of it, she's got a bit of cleavage. Maybe it's not as revealing as like the comic book panels, but I'm quite happy with this. I think they did a much better job with this than they did with like Maddie. It looks like the comic books. I think like even in the comic books they've like modernized it a little bit more, made it a bit less revealing than the original. But I think this still fits in well. Like I never thought we'd get a Sue Storm in her Malice costume, so maybe boob window Sue is next. So, like there's hope for all the boobs for Sue, and it looks great. I like her like rat tailed like at the head as well. That looks good as well. They're like angry face.
Yeah, I'll try and find a picture of that in a minute. Jay, you a fan?
Of toys and titties, yeah, definitely. So this is this when I saw this was rumored, and I was like, "There's no way they're going to do this design, are they?" But they have. So kudos Hasbro. They this is fantastic. So I sound like some perverted old man with a beard on YouTube, but a design I didn't think they'd go like full hog with, but they have. So it looks great, and she's up there for one of my absolute favorite reveals of the day. So very surprised. Does it open the door to like the Goblin Queen, a better version in the future? Maybe.
Yeah, there's similarities there for sure in regards to just her attire, and people do want a comic representation of Madeline Pryor, Goblin Queen. We have the X-Men '97 one, but the colours are a little bit more animated adjacent, ain't they? So I'm with you. Maybe there's more hope for a comic Maddie, but this is very nice. Again, I like being caught off guard in the Legends line, and yeah, she looks really nice. And then the last one in this Magic the Gathering lineup was Black Panther. Now, he was on the rumoured list as well, and we all wasn't sure which version of Black Panther they'd go for. And when Droid on the panel was explaining it he just sort of said it's an amalgamation of different versions. They've just sort of packed in different accessories. So he comes with two heads, one with the sort of mouth on show, the other is just a regular full mask, and he comes with a couple of like Wakandan weapons that I don't think we've had before in the Legends line either. And it's on one of the better articulated bodies as well, which I don't think we've had too often for Black Panther, because he's got the diaphragm cut, and I think the last two Black Panthers we've got were on like the better Vulcan body, but they didn't have that ab articulation, where I think Black Panther is one of those characters that really benefits from that additional articulation. So I do think that this is going to be more light because of the body choice they've used on it. So yeah, you a fan of this, Jay?
I was interested. I wanted to actually see it closer up, because I was struggling to see it on the panel, and the volume was very low. I couldn't actually hear what they were displaying. So it's because it's got blue shading.
Yeah,
there,
blue. Yeah, a little bit of blue.
Which is a first there. I don't recognise. I'm assuming the more modernised sort of face out mask there.
But you've got the diaphragm at the top of the torso there, and then the crunch is at the waist, sort of like is that like renew your vows? It could be renew your vows actually, couldn't it?
Because that has that inverted crunch on it, doesn't it? So yeah, it looks a decent enough body buck for Black Panther. But again, his costumes are always very, very similar, it seems, to at least the ones that Legends do choose to release. So do I need another Black Panther? Potentially not, because then this one does have better articulation. But for me, I'm not the most articulated chap in the world when they're just standing on the shelf. But I do like the bit of sort of subtle blue shading. Now I can actually see it closer.
Black Panther is one of those characters where he's in so many different eras and different teams, and I'm never mad about buying another version to put somewhere else on the shelf. Do you know, whether you're building a Wakandan display, you put them in your Ultimates, you put them in your Avengers, whatever you're doing. Rich, you a fan of this Black Panther? Is it the best we've got yet from Legends?
Yeah, it's almost like a Maximum Junior, if we put it like that. Like it's got like the different faces on a highly articulated body, maybe not as highly articulated as the Maximums. But yeah, it looks really good. Again, I think they maybe could have gone all out and put this as a maximum, especially for what price they're going to charge for this. Like give him a cape, everything like that. I like the half-mast head, because it's kind of like echoing back to like his first appearance in the Fantastic Four comic book, because that's the kind of like mask he had as well. Even though it's like a more modern take on that. But yeah, it looks really good. I really like this. Again, when they announced it, I was just like, oh, another Black Panther. What are they gonna do? Is it gonna be like the current like intergalactic like Black Panther? Like, are they gonna do like the ultimate Black Panther? But this version, which is just like a generic Black Panther pulling from different things, yeah, it looks really good. So I'm quite happy with this.
He wore the Infinity Gauntlet in the 2015 Secret Wars, right?
Yeah.
And this is, by the way, the Hasbro video that they posted while we went live. So this is pre-recorded, Dan and Dwight going through the reveals, but it does give us some better images that I never had previously. So you can see he comes with the 2 heads, those Wakandan shields, the gauntlet, and then we also get a better look at the Malice interchangeable head that Rich was saying, the sinister evil grin there. That's a really good face sculpt for Marvel Legends there for sure, yeah. So now we know the full wave. So there's the image of the full wave for Magic the Gathering. So question for you two, which ones you getting, and is it better than the Spider-Man wave just in regards to this Magic the Gathering theming? Rich?
Yeah, I would say it is better than the Spider-Man wave because I can get all of these. I think they all look really good. I'm not happy, again, still with the price and playing for the Magic the Gathering card. But then, like, most of those Magic the Gathering figures, apart from Battle Damage Spider-Man, they ended up, like, half off, didn't they? Like, Mary Jane is currently, like, going half off in loads of places. So I think it's just about wait and see what's going to happen. I'm definitely going to pick up Malice when she comes out. And and definitely Doom 2099 as well. And then Cap and Black Panther, I'll maybe wait it out a little bit longer with those two.
Yeah, I think Doom and Malice will be the more popular out of the two for sure. It's going to be a Doom heavy year, isn't it? The hype is going to be real. Jay, what about yourself? Same question.
For these wave, the day one pre-order, I actually think for Malice and Doctor Doom, just because that Malice looks great, and actually seeing the unmasked head, that's pretty good as well. And I want that version of Doom, so I will secure those straight away. Captain America, no, that will probably be a pass. And Black Panther, I didn't actually notice all the accessories before, since we'd actually just seen them there. So that's actually brought this one up a bit. So he'll probably be I might wait for him later. So that's potentially 3 from this wave. I only got 2 from the other wave. I only got Man-Wolf, was it? And Spider-Man, Battle Damage Spidey. So yeah, I think this wave does take it compared to that other one. But to Rich's point on the price, these are going to be more, maybe even more. There's a price thing going on there all over.
Yeah,
it seems
prices are horrible.
Hasbro at the moment.
Prices are horrible.
Random prices is coming up. We got like single figures that are the price of 2 packs and very weird things going on. So I'll definitely get the top 2 though.
Yeah, no, prices are horrible all over the place. Like, again, we've got to be definitely. That's why we've got to love the things that we're buying. We've got to be a lot more selective. That's why today, the things that didn't get me excited, I'll just pass on. And that's okay. Not everything's for everybody. This Magic the Gathering wave goes up for pre-order on the 13th of August. So like I said, certain ones of these will be more popular than others. I always say, put in a pre-order if there's something that you want, just to give yourself the option, because you never know what's going to last and not, especially when they're Pulse exclusives in the UK. The last 2 Pulse exclusives in the UK sold out and have not been restocked. So just saying, put those orders in.
Still don't have my painted Muse.
Yeah, again, I still
nearly didn't have Lara Croft till earlier because that nearly went wrong as well.
Yeah, Lara Croft has been sold out in a lot of places too. Right, let me skip through these images and see what order they're doing it. There's a better look at Doom and his electric pieces. Are they new? I think they're new, ain't they? Because they're smaller. They're not like the ones that came with the female Electro or Storm. They look smaller, don't they?
They look like a bigger one. Does he have a bigger one as well?
He's got 2 small ones, yeah.
They look like Electros, but then those now look like, different.
Yeah, I think he's got 2 small ones as well there. All right, let's go through the rest of these images on Marvelous News, whatever order they had them in. Okay, they've got Maximum Spider-Man up next. So Rich returned just to talk about Maximum Spider-Man.
I cannot wait, can he?
I did think it was going to be the SDCC exclusive, and I would have allowed that. I would have allowed them to do it that way. But to do this and to make a big thing about it and to give it the pieces of shit that they've given it, oh my god! And they were like, I like the. Did you see the crowd reaction?
The groans.
It was just like tumbleweed going past.
Because they brought up the Maximum logo. They talked about Thor, and people are not a fan of the price of the Maximum line, but people are a fan of Thor. So this was on the next rumored list, right? But I was thinking, surely you don't show this at San Diego because this is a bit of a wet lettuce, isn't it? Like it's like.
I thought they were going to pivot to my Maximum Magneto for a second. I thought, oh, here we go. They're actually going to do it. And then
this was inevitable, wasn't it? A black suited Maximum Spider-Man was inevitable. Everyone knew it, but don't show it at San Diego. Like, this is something that you can just show anywhere. We knew it was coming. Use San Diego as the big gun. So yeah, when they sort of turned the screen to this, they expected an audience pop, and you literally heard a groan, like an audible groan from people going, ugh. Like, because we all knew it was coming, but don't hype us up at San Diego to give us the black suit repaint of a Maximum. We've had 4 Maximum figures, and we're on our 5th, and we're already in repaints. Do you know, like, we knew it was coming, people. But they have tried to give them some unique
the line
accessories.
That keeps on giving.
Yeah, so, and also, by the way, nobody, and don't pretend that you fucking did, absolutely nobody guessed that the sewer lid would come with Maximum Series Black Suit Spider-Man. Everybody thought the sewer lid was Mole Man. It wasn't. Even I thought the sewer lid was Mole Man. Sewer lid came with Black Suit Symbiote Maximum Spider-Man. So you get...
Convinced it was Mole Man, but no.
Yes, no. He literally, the sewer lid comes to this guy. I do like the pot with a little bit of symbiote, something unique, but again, nothing crazy, not needed for the collection by any means. Everything else is just redone, reissues, and probably pieces that they meant to give the other one as well. I do like the web backpack on some of the things as well. And is that a beaten up head again? Every time you get a Black Suit Spider-Man, they give you the beaten up head. It is the beaten up one, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they talk specifically about like bags under the eyes and things, didn't they? Yeah.
Every time, like, we got
we
got that Craven's Last Hunt, and he had the beat up head as well, didn't he? So I guess that's the reference they're pulling from. But Rich, did you end up getting? Remind the people, did you get the first Maximum Series Spider-Man?
Yeah, I did, Dan. You sent me one, remember?
Oh yeah, I did.
I did not buy one.
Oh yeah, I did. No, yeah, you're right.
You sent me one.
I did. So, would you be interested in this unless you get it sent to you for free by somebody?
No, I'm good. Like I'm happy with the Secret Wars Spider. I think if you're a massive Spider-Man fan and maybe you don't buy all the figures, then like getting this, like I mean, like that the second pose there is like that Todd McFarlane cover. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, again, if you love Spider-Man, get the best ones, fair enough. But I'm quite happy with what I've got. I don't need all the shit that's in the packaging, and I don't think it's worth the price. But then I haven't got any of the Maximums, have I? I haven't paid for any of them. So there we go. I've stolen them all.
No, he's right. I did. I got you a Maximum Deadpool as well, didn't I?
Yeah, you gave it to me like Christmas.
Yeah, that was a Christmas
That was my
present.
Christmas gift.
Yeah, that was in person. Yeah, that was in person. In regards to the Maximum Spider-Man, like as much as we're taking the piss, again, we're not a fan of the gimmick and packing all the unnecessary accessories to inflate the price. But as a standalone Spider-Man Marvel Legend, it is the best. Like, if you want to take into regard the articulation that the Spider-Man character needs to accurately pose him up like he is in the comics, then the Maximum Spider-Man is the best Marvel Legends Spider-Man. It's just the gimmick and everything that comes with Maximum that we're not a fan of. Jay, did you get the original Maximum Spider-Man, and are you interested in this repaint?
I do have the original Maximum Spider-Man. I don't have Hulk. I haven't ordered Thor. I did get Deadpool, but I found it a little bit cheaper than retail price. So, not been a massive fan of the Maximum series so far. But this does make it worse. This actually irritates me because Black Suit Spidey to me is a little bit buffer than the very skinny Spidey body we have here. So I don't think the body choice is right just for a straight repaint. And if they were going for like the sort of ASM 300 Spider-Man McFarlane cover, he always has the blue shading on the on the bottom of the feet, like they've done in the Mafex figure. So this is Maximum. So they've even done the bloody pose, but the feet should be like shaded in blue. So that's they didn't really go the next level there. So that's irritated me. I like the symbiote in the jar. I think that's kind of fun. Kind of reminds me of the Prometheum X from the animated series being in a jar, but it's not doing a lot for me. I don't think the body choice is right, and yeah, it's rather annoying because we could have a Maximum Magneto, but we do get this repaint in San Diego. It just went flat, as you say. This one isn't one that's tickling my fancy at all.
Look, we knew what was coming. Just don't show this at San Diego. This is not a San Diego, like a Maximum repaint is not a San Diego item. But of course, we're talking from the collector's inside perspective. San Diego, you might have casuals walking in the room that don't really know about this Maximum controversy, and it is still Spider-Man at the end of the day. So I do understand that side of the spectrum as well. I'm a fan of the web backpack, by the way, just because my old school Battle Damage Spider-Man had a web backpack. So I like that we've got one now in the Legends line. I will absolutely, if I get this, be giving it to my Battle Damage Spider-Man. Sorry, Rich, what you're saying?
No, I do think this year though that the timing of the panel hasn't worked in their favor at all. I just think, like, with all this stuff that's going to happen tomorrow, and obviously the focus for the rest of the year is going to be waves of Doomsday figures, they should have maybe done the panel, like, after the Doomsday stuff tomorrow. And because obviously, like, it was a very short panel. Not much was revealed. We didn't get one full wave revealed at all in this, apart from like the Magic the Gathering, which is more like a capsule
Yeah,
than
it's
a
a
wave.
sort of mini wave, isn't it? Yeah.
Subset, yeah.
So yeah, I think this is the first time that they haven't revealed like a load of like a full wave or something. And I mean, we haven't got any waves upcoming, have we? Because box is just shipped now,
Yeah.
so there's nothing like we're waiting for wave wise.
No.
So obviously it's going to be just Doomsday waves, like 1, 2, 3 Doomsday waves this year. That's what we
A lot of people during our prediction streams last week were all very confident that we're going to see an X-Men 97 wave. We just seem to be the case. X-Men 97 season 2 is happening right now. We're due a fourth wave. Lots of new characters in the season. I have watched
Bastion.
I have watched 4 episodes so far, so I'm a little bit caught up now, and I can see all the different characters and stuff like that. So yeah, I was surprised not to see any X-Men 97. Of course, Jesse Falcon said they're going to keep making X-Men 97, so we will get some more this year. I'm confident of that. But yeah, it's again, San Diego would have seemed the perfect place to show them off, but no, not
they seem to be out of sync with 97, because obviously the original plans were 97, and the same happened with the first wave, wasn't it? That should have been out when that first wave hit, and then they pushed it back.
Delayed, yeah.
And then, like, I think, like, seeing, like, the second wave where people were like, why is Emma Frost in this wave when she's in it for, like, 2 seconds? But Emma Frost is in this series, like, a little bit more, and she, so maybe that's why it was planned for that, like, type of thing.
Yeah, no, we'll find out soon enough. As I said, Dan's always quite honest and transparent on Twitter, which I do appreciate. And they have got spread out reveals for the rest of the year and other conventions and stuff. So, yeah, we're going to see some more X-Men 97 at some point, just not today. I think Dan knows that Doomsday is going to be a big deal. So, like Rich said, it might have made more sense for them to do the stream on the Sunday or do the panel on the Sunday. But I quite like at San Diego when the companies make an effort to show something different every day and make rather than just blowing the load in one day, like having a reason to come back every day. Like Jada are doing that with some of the recent reveals. Like, have they revealed what that second Invincible and second figure is for the? Is it Invincible and what else were they showing off? Alpha 3, wasn't it? But I like that idea anyway. Always a reason to come back. So on Sunday there'll be more Legends news to talk about, and we'll be recapping it on Legends and Liquor. But getting into potentially my favourite reveal from today, spoiler alert. It is Mole Man. This is the one figure. Me and Jay did a live stream last week, and we just had a random conversation and put into the universe all the different figures that we would like to see at San Diego. We must have talked about 20 plus different Marvel characters. This is the one. This is the one that actually got made, and I'm pleasantly surprised. I actually really like this offering for Mole Man. Now, although he doesn't come with that sewer lid, which we all expected him to, not mad at it, because instead he comes with 2 Moloids, 2 army building Moloids, and there's 4 different unique heads in the box as well. So even Mole Man himself comes with 3 heads. So again, yes, you have to rebuy it again if you want to build 4 Moloids, but I reckon someone would take an extra Mole Man off your hands. Do you know, I just think this is a really solid packaging. There was always an option whether we'd get Mole Man and like his little hoverboard that he has sometimes, like in the comics, or the Moloids. And I actually like the option that they've went with here. Mole Man, some Moloids to flank him on the shelf, lots of different head for expressions because he's quite a like stout figure, isn't he? I think this is a great offering and a solid upgrade. I know Jay's not happy about it because his Mole Man never sold at the last Toy Fair and now he's stuck with it. But this is a great offering. Do you agree, Rich?
Yeah, no. Like I like that it's Mole Man. I like it's an updated Mole Man. I like that he comes with the Moloids. I think all those are great and it looks really good. My issue is that it looks like it's in like a deluxe packaging, and how much are they going to charge for this? Because essentially he's like a smaller figure. And it's kind of like they've put the Moloids in so they can charge more. That's what I'm thinking. Like this should have just been like a standard release, or even cheaper than a standard release. And then like what are they charging me? How much am I paying for Moloid extras, Dan? What are they charging?
I think this is going to be a similar price to like a Hulk figure, which is like what, 40, 45?
Yeah.
That's where I
Is
think
it-
it's going to be.
Is it worth that?
Are any
That's
Marvel
what-
Legends worth the price of admission? Let's be honest.
Jubilee and Money Sinqua.
Of course, they're an exception. They're an exception. But you know what I mean?
I
Like,
think we're being a bit conservative there. I think we're going to go 55, 60.
yeah, that stings.
57.99 is where I think
Okay,
it's
for
going
the
to be.
Moloid tax.
57.99.
Okay, if that's the Moloid tax we've got to pay on top, then that stings. But just taking that price away and that sticker shock away for a moment, just as a character representation, I never got to the original Mole Man that came out in the dark days of Hasbro.
You could have had him off Jay.
I did. Jay tried to sell me. Jay was like telling me.
Won't take it.
Jay was like, comparisons for your future video. Jay was doing the hard sell, and I was like, no, thank you. So I knew this was coming. It was just a matter of time, and I again pleasantly surprised. Of course, articulation for Mole Man. He's not Spider-Man, people. You do not need double jointed knees and elbows and all the articulation. I think he has the single jointed elbows, which I know not everyone's a fan of, but he doesn't need it. It's Mole Man. Do you know, like, so again, I'm personally very happy with this, Jay.
Well, I'm going to officially say I actually am very happy with the reveal, and I will be doing a review on this, and I will do a comparison. I will do the comparison myself.
If I get this first, Jay, I'm going to send it to
Send
you,
it
right?
Jay instead.
Not to Dan.
Thank you, Rich. There we are. So we're sticking together as the co-host here. So I'll do the review. Yeah, this does look really good. I think this is fantastic. The extra moloids is great. My eyes are deceiving me. So have they got articulated arms but not articulated legs? Is that what I'm seeing on the moloids?
Yeah, like it seemed. I thought they were 5 POA figures, but they have got single jointed elbows and shoulder articulation. So it seems like the bodies are solid. So there's no ab articulation, no leg articulation. It's just head and hands or head and arms. That's what it seems like.
And is there a stand in the box then, for the looks of it, in the bottom right-hand corner?
I thought that
the
stand
moloids? was
the sewer lid. like when I first seen them, I was like, he comes with a sewer lid as well? But I don't know what that is, because they don't show a breakdown of the box, do they, in any of these pictures? They show that ugly head expression. But yeah.
I mean...
Mole Man, that's the face, isn't it? The other one.
Mole Man comes with 3 heads himself. 3 interchangeable heads is pretty good for any Marvel Legend. And then the Moloids, there's 4 unique heads there. So again, I know they're not articulated, but just as like, again, display pieces to put next to Mole Man, to give him to flank him on the shelf. I like this offering. Like, this is probably one of my favourites of today, and maybe my favourite. I'll think about it and come back to you.
I mean,
Yeah.
the
Lorenz is off to TikTok right now to do a bit of a review on this. I can already see him in the chat. No articulation.
He's taking notes.
He's gonna go off.
He's taking notes. How dare they? How dare they?
No, the little kneeling Moloid, like he's the same level as his crotch. Just pointing that out.
Oh, and they've chose the open mouth expression as well. With that, not with those teeth though. Fucking hell, surely not. Surely not.
Wow. There we go.
I guess Lonely Underground Dan. There's Lonely
I guess so. And dark. He doesn't know what's going on. Okay, well, there's Mole Man. Again, a character that needed an upgrade compared to the dark days of Hasbro. A welcomed update from me. A character that I never had in my collection. So, again, just speaking selfishly, I'm very happy with this release. Let's keep going. What order have they got them in over here? Okay, so these are just digital renders. Now, if we cast our mind back to last San Diego Comic-Con, they also did digital renders that ended up being part of the mini comic wave because they showed off Feral, didn't they?
Right? Mini comics
so
back again.
My early prediction, because we haven't got a mini comic wave yet this year, and when we spoke to Joy at Comic-Con last year, he did say we'd see mini comics in the same way we've seen Builder figures. They're part of the line now. We're going to see them. So I reckon we're still going to get a mini comic wave this year. I reckon it's going to be in the fall, and they teased Feral and stuff last year at San Diego Comic-Con. So my guess would be Alice the Bloodstone part of mini comic wave. So my question to you, Rich, what comic would you put her with?
With this look, she's coming with Next Wave #1, and they seem to like fucking come over Next Wave every time, don't they? They're like, oh yeah, we love Next Wave.
Because Captain, we got Captain with MODOK, didn't we?
Yeah, and like, I mean, I love Elsa Bloodstone. I like this look for her. But they updated it and they didn't give her double jointed elbows. And it's like, I mean, that's the annoying bit. And they do it all the time with characters with coats. It's like, just because you've got a coat on, you can still like bend your arms like people.
In our group chat, when this got revealed, I was thinking it, and Phil of Shout Out Hill Phones, he said it out loud. He was like, Still single jointed elbows. Like, yeah, that was my, like, you can't miss them. They're glaring right there. So it's not really much of an upgrade. Yes, she's got the better face deco. Dwight did make a point of that. And they may have given her the pinless legs, which again, stability wise, do make a difference structurally to our female Marvel Legends. But that's about it. Otherwise, it is just a straight up reissue of the one that we got in the A-Force box set, which I have. I had that A-Force box set.
Yeah.
But these figures did get like quite hard to get on the aftermarket. And I know House of Bloodstone, after Werewolf by Night, was brought back into the sort of zeitgeist. So I'm sure people are going to want this version because there's going to be people that don't even have her in their collection. But for someone like me who had the previous version, it just feels like I'm buying the same figure again with an updated face. Do you know, like, because the body's, like, if they had the double jointed elbows, then maybe I forgive it. She's got a gun. Do you know, I hate characters where you can't pose them up in their gun because they can't fucking double, frustrating.
The belt is new. I'll give them that. The belt is new.
I take it all back. I want it. I love it. Take it all back.
She's got a new
I'm
belt.
in. I'm buying two.
The hair is exactly the same as the other one. I mean, the coat looks similar, but it's got like it's painted different. And then the midriff is on this one. It looks slightly higher.
My one's upstairs.
The other one.
I should have brought it down. I thought it was on display, but I think she's upstairs. But it's very similar though, isn't it? Jay, do you have the previous one?
I do. I think she's been in the sale pile for a while. She would never stand up. She's one of these stupid got the heels on figures.
Yeah.
And this has still got the heels on.
Oh yeah.
But it just looked like exactly the same figure to me in a different shade of coat as well. So I thought we started to lose the plot by this point. So this is one of my worst reveals of the day. This is not going to be being added to the collection.
Yeah, for me, I don't mind getting a character or buying a character again if it's a significant upgrade, because it's part of the collecting game, isn't it? Right? Collecting's it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's about building the best representation of these characters that you love from whatever source material it is. And for House of Bloodstone, there's not much of an upgrade here for me to get excited about. Like I'm not replacing the old one with much more than pinless legs and a new face. So
the other thing is like this is only like this could go with the captain, which is good. But then they've still never done like Machine Man in his Next Wave look. They've never done Monica Rambeau in a Next Wave look. They've never done Boom Boom in her Next Wave look. So those three, I think, would have been a better choice than Elsa because you could. It's not as much of an upgrade as they make out. I don't think it is. I know you say the face is redeco, but it's still the same. It looks like the same face sculpt.
Oh, it's the same sculpt. It's absolutely, it's the same sculpt. It's just Dwight was trying to. Do you know when they're just trying to? Yeah. They're just trying to sell it, ain't they? So they're sat there thinking, oh, what can we say? It's got a new face deco. Like that's literally what he said.
And the one thing as well, like I will say, like with X-Men 97 at the minute as well, and you've got like the Wolverine game coming out. And you've got like all the X-Men in Marvel Rivals, and you've got the X-Men coming like in Doomsday. There was a real lack of like X-Men present at this panel, apart from like the Game of Earth stuff, which we'll get onto in a minute. But like Boom Boom, I think might have fitted a bit better. Like it would have like given the X fans something to do, and it would have been a new character in a different X look. Because the only Boom Boom we've had is in that like bright pink Rob Liefeld X-Force look. Yeah. So that would have been like something different, I think. So yeah.
Yeah, again, I know people will be happy with this because they don't have House of Bloodstone in your collection, but that's going to be the only reason you're happy, because if you did have the previous one, it's not a significant upgrade for me. I like the character a lot, but yeah, not a significant upgrade. So a little bit disappointing with this. And we don't know where it's coming. Dan did say they're not announcing. Again, a mini comic wave is an early guess, but like Rich said, there's plenty of options there for 2 packs, 3 packs, whatever they want to do. But considering she was last in a box set format, I think this time she's going to be single packed, because that's usually how they do it, don't they? They give you an option to get it separately down the line. So that was the first one. Now, if you thought that was random and obscure, how about this? Earth X.
This is amazing. This is
no, please educate me. So I'm not hating on this because I'm not familiar. So I always say I like learning via the medium of action figures. So I look at it, I don't instantly know what it is. So Rich, please give me a little bit about Earth X.
So Earth X is like the future. It's like in the future of the Marvel universe, and again, this is like dark future. So basically, Black Bolt unleashes the Terrigen mists on the Marvel universe, and like everyone gets superpowers, everyone mutates, becomes like different, everything like that. And then it's kind of like the story. It's Machine Man again, going back to next wave. So Machine Man is kind of like watching like how everything unravels, how everything happens with the Terrigen Mist. Like it does different things to different people. Like the mutants, a lot of them die. Like people become different things. Like Spider-Man, like changes, becomes like thing. There's Dark Daredevil is Daredevil crossed with like a Ghost Rider. He's like a really cool character, and you've got like the narrator like behind it all is like you to the watcher is like watching it all and like explaining to like Machine Man and all these like changes happen. And like Cap becomes like he's like this like gruff like road warrior type of thing. Like he's got like an eagle tattoo. He's got like a mutated red wing like follows him around, and he's still trying to like bring justice to the Marvel universe in this like dark Marvel universe.
So is it a good representation in physical form from the comic book art?
It looks so like Alex Ross did the covers, not the inside art, but he did like all the cover work, and it looks like an Alex Ross cover. It looks great. Like this is I think we brought it up in the stream where we did like wanted figures of like different looks, and I said about this one for Captain America. I think it is a great look for Captain America, but it's a great set of comic books. It's like there's like Earth X, Universe X, Paradise X. It's kind of like Kingdom Come, but in the Marvel universe, which again, like Mark Waid, Alex Ross did for DC. And yeah, I would highly recommend it. In a way, Twilight is kind of like similar themes, but Twilight is more like current political stuff going on, like it stuff like that. With like, it's very like more up to date than that. But it's weird having like Earth X and Twilight Cap like in the same reveal, because they're kind of like similar but different like looks for Captain America.
That's good to hear. I'm glad that you recommend, because again, as I said, I don't instantly go, oh, okay, I don't like this. This is shit. Like I can appreciate that I'm just not familiar with it. So let's educate myself. And it looks like I know Jay's looking at this. So for 2 questions, Jay. 1, do you have the Earth-X wrapped in plastic somewhere? And 2, is this the best Kurt Angle Marvel Legend you've ever seen?
No, I don't have the FX wrapped in plastic. I do believe from previous research that's where we got the Shadowball Silver Surfer was in the FX before we got into the Fantastic Four film. I remember looking that up, but I didn't think it was Kurt Angle. It's actually Tak's channel membership token there, of what I thought it is. So he said, Adam Captain Moran in Marvel Legend form. This remind me of our good friend Adam. He hits the gym. He's got no hair. He loves a buff figure.
And he is also scarred all over. Yeah.
It's a very random design. Wade was very excited. He was screaming like, what the fuck is this?
Nice.
In the middle
That's
of
a great thing, though.
So
like, imagine your most wanted, a character design that you never thought would get made, and then you're there live as they announce it. Like, that's a pretty good feeling. So fair play.
I can never tell with Wade if he's taking the piss or not. So I didn't know if he's actually really mad that this was it, and the Dan was winding him up, or this was actually what he wanted.
No, he said it on a video. He filmed a video just walking around talking about what he wanted to see, and he said effects. So fair play. Maybe he had an inside man all along. Who knows? But
to be fair to him, he has like championed Earth X for years. Like he's always said about that comic book, and he's always wanted looks for it, especially Captain America. So yeah, shout out to Wade. Like I mean, this is a good choice. I mean, it's better choices than bloody Jesse Falcon pick, so let Wade pick more.
Yeah, we'll get onto that in a moment. But just while we're still on him, so I said a minute ago that I think Alistair Bloodstone may be part of a mini comic wave, and maybe with Nexus issue 1, like you said. Could this be also a mini comics wave and become with like Earth X issue 1? Does it work like that?
Yeah, so like Earth X issue 1, there is Captain America is like front and center on the cover. With I think it's like Daredevil is in the corner, and the mutated I think Red Wings in the sky as well. So yeah, they could do that quite easily.
Yeah, that's again just my educated guess based on what they revealed last year and the timescales. I think these are both mini comics, and they come with two number ones relevant to the stories. So you talked about a few other characters in Earth X, Rich. We've got no other Earth X Marvel Legends to pair him with. He would be just a standalone character on the shelf right now, right? Who would be best to come with it like next? Who's like the next?
The Daredevil would be the big one, but again, because it's a Daredevil Ghost Rider, you'd need his like like bike as well, like type of thing.
Okay.
But the other one would be in this universe, Mayday Parker. So in our universe, in the future, in the MC2, Mayday Parker is like the future Spider-Girl, the daughter of Mary Jane and Peter Parker. But in Earth X, she becomes Venom. So she's got like this like black symbiote with all like red, like it's kind of like a blood
Carnage.
system, like a circuitry system, like going round it. Toy Biz did a figure of it back in the day, and it's a very unique look. It'd be very hard to pull off, but equally, like, being the main characters, Machine Man and the Watcher, you think them, but they would be much harder to do because of how they look in Earth X is so like different to like I think it would be hard to put in figure form. And equally, like we said about this figure, so this is like the Alex Ross cover, but then the inside art is a completely different artist. It's John Paul Leon, and it's great. His art is great, but his art is very kind of like Mike Mignola, like Hellboy. It's very stylized, very like dark, very heavy inks and stuff like that. So in the inside art, it doesn't look as much like it. Cap looks much like more defeated. He looks much weaker in the inside art than he does in the Alex Ross like cover, like standing there. So that's the other bit as well. Like if you are reading it based on just the covers, it doesn't look like the covers. Alex Ross is not drawing the interiors like he did with Kingdom Come. It's John Paul Leon, but it's still a great story.
No, I'll seek it out, absolutely. I always just read a couple of issues at least to see if it pulls me in. I like that they've gone, like, really made some really effort with this figure, because all the sculpted scars and stuff are on the body, which you don't think are going to get much reuse. And the same with his sort of the flag draped over him there. Like, what reuse you going to get out of that? So somebody at Hasbro is a fan of this version of Earth X Captain America. So fair play. But my early prediction is mini comics. Next up,
did we have a female version of Thor in Earth X as well?
Yeah, there is
with the braided hair.
That's it. Thor becomes like a female version of him.
It's not
that's
Jane,
on one of the
right?
covers as well.
It's not Jane. Is it Jane Foster?
No, it's not Jane.
Okay. All right, let's keep going. Next up is, as we said, a Jesse Falcon special. Whether you like it or not, it is one of those more obscure characters. So again, I'm not familiar, but I'm not hating on it, as I know there's going to be a whole nother generation that are familiar and are very happy to see something like this in the Legends line. So I'm not poo-pooing it. It's just I'm not like instantly gravitated to it. It is the Micronauts. Now, do either of you guys know anything about the Micronauts?
I mean, come on, like a marionette beard, Dan. Come on, educate us, Rich. I love the Micronauts, and I take back everything I've ever said about Jesse Falcon, because this is the one team that I've always wanted. The only thing I'm really annoyed about is, so basically, Micronauts is a Hasbro property. It was an action figure line, and then Marvel turned them into comic books and expanded it and changed things. So Acroyear is one of the original from the toy line from Hasbro. So Hasbro own the rights to this, like they do to ROM. Whereas like characters like Marionette and Bug, Marvel can use, but they can't call them Micronauts anymore because they were created in the comic book. So I would have much rather the Marionette or Bug. I think Bug is probably the well known of the original Micronauts as well. So Acroyear is like this prince. He's like chained up by Baron Karza in the microverse. Like Baron Karza is like the big bad. And like, I mean, other companies have done figures of these recently. I think Super 7 did Baron Karza, and I think he did
Super 7 did
as well. It's not Acroyear. I keep calling him Acroyear, but we looked this up earlier in the day, and it's Acroyear. It says in Micronauts issue 6. It's Acroyear. Acroyear is how you pronounce it.
So so you wanted the female on that cover, essentially.
Yeah, Marionette, or the green guy in the back.
Yeah,
Bug ends up joining the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Bug. We've spoke about him many times over the years, but we've got the guy in the white and red there to the left. We've got him.
Who's like, he's there.
Yeah, he's there. He's clearly Jesse Falcon's favourite, as that's the one they made. Are these, so apart from those two that you mentioned that crossover into the Marvel, is the character that they made here, is he in like the main Marvel universe? Does he cross over with anybody, or is he just a complete Micronauts character? So
because of the toy design, they can't use the Acroyear armor. Hasbro own that. Okay. So a couple of years ago, Hasbro did Revolution with IDW, where they brought back G.I. Joe, not G.I. Joe, they brought back Action Man, they brought back the Visionaries, and they brought back Rom, and they brought back the Micronauts. So they can use Acria and Baron Karza. Marvel can't. But what they've done is they've stripped Acria of all his like armor, and he is still about in the Marvel universe. He was in like Scarlet Spider Venom crossover type of thing, and they made him into a different character, and I can't remember what his name is. Basically, he's kind of like Emperor Palpatine. He's just like in this cloaks and stuff like that. His face is all obscured because under that mask, he's like this charcoaled face man. He's like an alien in the microverse. But yeah, they can't use the armor at all. So the armor still exists in like the IDW comics and stuff like that.
Okay.
So at the minute, I'm guessing Robert Kirkman could do him in Skybound.
Okay, so Acro Year. That's how you say his name. Acro Year. Is that how you say it?
Acroya, that's what it says in the letter page. Yeah,
okay, Acroya. Yeah, I'm definitely going to forget that. Jay, are you a fan of Acroya?
Well, I didn't know fully. I've heard of the Micronauts and stuff before. Again, learning through the Super 7 toys because they did like Biotron and Baron Karza. So the Baron Karza design's cool because he looks a bit like Death's Head, so like the big villain on the back there, just in a sort of bit of a Darth Vader sort of black outfit. But I do think this character looks cool, so it's better than the Crystar and the sort of Warbow we've had previous years from the Jesse Falcon choice. The ROM was a pretty cool one. I've got the ROM, so we're starting to improve with the Jesse Falcon choices. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind adding him to the collection, but not one I'm desperate for. But if you're a fan of Micronauts out there, then I'm sure you're absolutely giddy over this one.
If you were watching the panel, when they threw it to Jesse and was like, Jesse, you can talk about this one, the first image they showed was Crystar. So I was like, oh no, we're getting more Crystar. I thought they were going to do like that. Do you know do you know the villain of that line in the red? I thought we were going to get him. But as soon as it was small, I knew it was Micronauts, even though I'm not super familiar with them myself. But Prophet in the chat says he would look more badass with the wings. So I'm assuming he comes with some. I think the toy had wings, right? Because Phil was sharing pictures of the toy earlier. So, yeah, maybe it does because it probably doesn't, does it? Let's be honest. But are we assuming that this is also more clarification? It's mini comics because Rom, remember, was in the mini comics wave, and you could do Micronauts issue 1, this very cover with this guy, and then all 3 of these digital renders were all mini comics because we could sort of guess the comics as well.
And you could do it, and he doesn't have the wings on the cover, so it's an easy way to not do the wings, isn't it? By saying his cover accurate to the cover of Micronauts issue 1.
Acro Year. No, I'm still saying. See, I can't. My brain, when I look at the words, as soon as I look at his name, I just want to say year because I see the word year, so my brain just wants to say year. It's like it's Henry Cavill all over again. See, I can't even do that right anymore. Henry Cavill. See, I did learn. Right, let's keep going.
Someone in the chat. Sean Forrester said, "Don't disrespect Crystar, great character and figure. Don't go back and watch any of the last 298 streams."
Let me introduce you to Rich. I'm checking. Right, okay. So Marvel Games have rebranded. So they said Gamerverse moving forward is going to be Marvel Games. So again, it is what it is. They've just rebranded, but we know what we get here. And Dan was basically talking about Player 2 versions. Now, I'm just not a big fan of Player 2 versions. I think like it's not even a clever way to do repaints. It is what it is. But
they haven't even got Kith money this time. There's no Kith branding on these.
I just think the audience reaction when they first shown this as well, like there was no excitement in the room. Like, who got excited for a Player 2 version, a Player 3 version of Wolverine? It just sort. I don't know. It
was the Shumagorath because they were really trying to sell that, and it was just dead air. What they love them.
I even said the other week they wouldn't show Shumagorath today because that's not a thing you'd show at SDCC. You just put it up, but it clearly was. So we got breaking news from Jada Toys though. They have shown their next Invincible figure.
Okay, we'll come to that. We're coming to that at the end because I'm curious of that. Someone DM me an image and I'll talk about it once we've done the Legends. We're nearly there now because we're talking about the Gamerverse stuff. So we've got another 2-pack, which we knew we would get, and it is Psylocke is it the Crimson Dawn head sculpt that everyone's talking about, Rich? Is because she's got the tattoo on that you could use on your other Psylocke to make a Crimson Dawn accurate version, but that means you have to buy this just for the interchangeable head.
I mean, for all the people shouting about that though, like Crimson Dawn Psylocke is just Psylocke with like a red like dagger over her like left eye, I mean, buy a Sharpie, people. That was a shit run as well. Crimson Dawn, absolute shit. Up there with Chris Starr. But Jesse Falcon probably picked this head. Yeah. I mean, I think it's good that they're giving something different. But then I suppose if you're a massive fan of a Crimson Dawn Betsy, the fact that you've got to buy like a pink version to get it and put it on the normal Betsy is probably annoying.
Yeah, like they always try and pack in something more desirable to make them sell these undesirable figures, and I just think, like, unless you're really hardcore on the Gameverse stuff, or maybe you were a younger sibling and you will always player 2, so you have more affiliation to these character designs. Maybe that's the case, and that can be true, because I know some people are like that in regards to the Street Fighter player 2 variants that Jada do. People just prefer those versions, so that's all well and good. Just for me personally, like, I'm not building a Gameverse display. I was picking and choosing these figures to sort of update comic characters in my grander Marvel universe, so I don't need it looks like someone's turned the contrast down on Wolverine, you know, like I don't need that. But they did need to reuse this body, didn't they? Because they've only had this body for the Gameverse line so far. We got it in the 2-pack with Silver Samurai, we got it in the Kith, and now we've got it as Wolverine. So somebody out there could build a whole an army of these variant Wolverines. Jay, you got any interest in this 2-pack?
Wow, Australian Wolverine. I've already nicknamed this one. Is all I am seeing is the Australian football kit. All this is.
I said it was Brazil, but I guess it is more Australian. You're right, yeah.
But yeah, that's
Socceroos Wolverine.
Yes, that's all I'm seeing. Yeah, Psylocke in pink. So as soon as I saw this, I thought, oh, I can pass straight away. But then they obviously got into something a bit bigger, which we'll get to. But yeah, this didn't do a lot for me. The rebranding to Marvel Games. Maybe that was big news. Gameverse is over. It's now Marvel Games, but take that as you will.
Richard, you got any interest in it? To actually, like, I know you're a fan of Psylocke as always, but do you want the pink version? I feel like you do.
Yeah, you know I do that. I don't get it. I got the stupid Kith ones, didn't I? I didn't get the Kith Wolverine, but I did get Green Captain America. But I'm like, yeah, I do need these. I like pink Psylocke. I need it in my life, Dan. I just need it.
I mean, look, that Psylocke is a great figure, to be fair. I have more desire to get Psylocke than I do this third version of Wolverine. But yeah,
there was a bit something about branding. They said during this segment, they actually said the forbidden word. They said
Marvel versus Capcom.
Yeah,
multiple times, didn't they?
There's no logos or anything official on pictures or anything, but Dan Yoon did just out loud say, "Yeah, we're doing more Marvel versus Capcom figures," and it's like, oh, I thought you weren't allowed to say that. So yeah, it is what it is. Mad Drop says it's football, Dan. Look, in Australia, they are just like the idiot North Americans and call it soccer as well. So yeah, you're not alone, America. Somewhere else calls it soccer. We all know it's football. Mad Drop does as well. The World Cup just happened. Surely everyone knows it's football by now, for God's sake. Right, let's keep going.
This is our first week without a World Cup review.
I know, yeah. Roll on the Premier League. Next up, now this 2-pack is a little bit more desirable, but I'm a sucker for this Iron Man costume because it just reminds me of the animated series. Now, I know we've already had it, so Dwight did say it's new from the ground up, though. Like, he literally said this Iron Man is new from the ground up. So I'm assuming it's a better articulated version of the one we got in the retro card. Do you know, like the Iron Man retro card, the deluxe that we got for a San Diego Comic-Con or a PulseCon a few years ago? So I haven't really got better pictures to really dissect it, but just based off what he said, I'm assuming it's a better articulated version of that sort of 90s modular armor that, yes, works for Marvel vs. Capcom, but also works great for like an animated Iron Man, or even, like we said earlier, Force Works. Do you know, pairing with your US agent that we got recently as well. So I actually quite like the look of this Iron Man. Spiral, we hadn't got a re-release of her yet, and she's got that unique 6 arms, so we knew we would eventually get a reissue, but it would have made more sense to give us the gold version because we need that for Freedom Force, and we don't, like... was there a gold version of her in the game, Rich?
I don't know. I would Google Spiral Marvel Capcom.
I'm just saying that could have been a clever way to sort of say, oh, look, it's a variant version, but it's actually Freedom Force Psylocke, Spiral Soul that we could use in your comic display. While Rich is looking at that, Jay, you got any interest in this 2-pack?
Yeah, so they said the Iron Man was bulkier. So again,
Yeah.
I like the armor because again it harkens back to the cartoons. They said it was bulkier than the one we had that was more cartoon accurate. This one should be more game accurate.
Hang
See
on,
if
hold your
Friday
force.
works.
Off the shelf. She is.
S1S
She likes these
donated
dollars now.
8 Canadian dollars.
Thank you.
Finally, I can correct the error of not buying the retro card spiral.
Oh, there you go. It is very similar, but it looks like she's got green, green on the fur on her boots, which is a bit
Yeah.
odd. Yeah.
So they don't do a gold uniform spiral, and this is actually the player one. This is the main costume for
Okay.
spiral in the costume.
Yeah, I think this 2-pack has appeal more so than the player 2s so far. Sorry, Jade, continue.
I was going to say we don't have Spiral in this line, do we? Or have I forgotten a figure I've already bought?
No. Spiral came in a retro card, purple packaging on a retro card.
Right, so I have that one. So this is a version specifically in for the Gameverse. Okay, so that does make this a bit more interesting then. So a newer Iron Man, I can put that other one back in my cartoon display. Actually, already is back in my cartoon display, so we can stay there. The shields reminded me of like the Endgame sort of Infinity War shield, but I'm assuming it's a different piece. But it does look very similar.
Yeah. Just those green. I know the green little tassels down her boots are accurate, but it's just not my mind's eye of Spiral, so it's like a bit odd to look at. But again, it's a representation of Capcom. It's not a representation of the comic, so it's fair game. Spiral is a great Marvel legend, by the way. She's one of the best female Marvel legends. So if you haven't got her, this is a great opportunity to get her and one of the more iconic versions of Iron Man. Rich, what about you? Are you have any interest in this 2-pack?
Yeah, I love this 2-pack. I love a spiral, so even like just a slightly different version of her. Again, I love the Marvel vs. Capcom game, so she'll be on my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf, and I can get rid of the model Iron Man and put this Iron Man there as well. So yeah, this one I think is quite a good one. I don't think this is a bad thing. But then I just wonder about the price with this, with like Spiral and all her arms, because she was a regular figure when they released it. But how much is this going to be? Is it just going to be normal 2-pack pricing, or are they going to put more on it?
Well, hopefully it's just. I know Hasbro are always up in their prices, but there's no reason why this can't be just a normal 2-pack price, like the same as because there's a bit of reuse with this one. So there was War Machine and Omega Red, like whatever the price of that 2-pack was, that's what the price of this 2-pack.
That was 50. So
yeah, even that feels high, but.
If we're going to 28 for a regular figure, I assume the 2-pack is now like 57.
Stings, doesn't it? It's so. That's why you've got to be so selective, people. Buy because you love it.
David Evan Smith said he got this for $40 in Target.
Yeah. Just
that's surely a pricing error.
It's an error on their system.
Yeah.
Error on their system for sure, which you have to take advantage of sometimes. We do when Amazon get it wrong. Like we know Amazon have got it wrong, and we all put orders in. So when it's there,
Gameverse stuff, wasn't it?
take your little wins where you can. So like I said, I'm not building a Capcom display, but like as we are sort of rounding up the Jada Toys Street Fighter figures now, and now we've got loads more of these, it is very tempting to just add these to an expanded Jada shelf. So Rich, you are building a Capcom sort of setup. You put them all together. Are you posing them with your Jada figures?
No, they are separate, but like they are like the cube for the Jade stuff is next to them. So.
Oh, okay, so they're close. What about you?
No, actually, they are next to I got the Storm Arena figures because they are more like. They're more like the alpha ones.
The alpha 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I have got them next to them as well. So
Jay, you just do a big Marvel display, don't you? You ain't got a Gameverse setup or.
Well, my Gameverse figures, if you may remember, are still in this little bag that's just at the side of
what a display
the stream the other week. So I was going to do a separate gaming display, but then I wasn't going to do it. I've put the Street Fighter stuff with Storm collectible stuff and doing like a mixed Street Fighter display. I'm doing a mixed Mortal Kombat display. So it's either I just incorporate them into the Marvel Legends, which was what I was thinking of doing. But what's made me think about this is what we'll get to in a minute with the made to order, because I'm like, that might require a Gameverse display if that's going to be a purchase.
We'll talk about that in a minute because it's so unique. Before we get to that,
just one question though: where are you all going to put your movie Street Fighter figures? That's what I want to know.
In the bloody bin, son.
Yeah, not touching them. Have you seen like that? What's it? Akuma is like being strangled by these giant balls in his face. Like, who approved the size of those balls? Like, for God's sake! Like Akuma, you can't even see his face. those figures are not good. They like Z-Man earlier posted in our group chat, by the way, when they posted the promo shots, like, these promo shots sell these figures hard. And I writ something, I probably shouldn't have deleted it before I posted it because I don't want to offend. But I was like, no, they don't. They don't make anything hard. They are not good, not good figures. And we haven't. The movie's probably not good either. So like. Yeah, those figures are going to come and go very quickly. But anyway, I digress. Talking about more Player 2, we have our pink Shumagorath. Now, Dwight did obviously tell us we were getting this when he was on his holidays with that pink Shumagorath accessory. And it makes sense. We all knew we were going to get a reissue of Shumagorath because the body is so unique. But it's such a great Marvel legend, I'm not even mad at it. And apparently, people are telling me that the pink version is also accurate to the comics as well. So even though it appeared in the game as a Player 2, there is a pink Shumagorath within the comic book pages. So if you wanted a bit of variety, you can get it and add it to your comic shelf. So this is genuinely one of such a unique Marvel legend, and it made my podium last year. I think it was in my top 3 just because of I think they executed such an orca character design so well in the Marvel Legends line. So when they've put all that effort into sculpting and making this, they're going to do a repaint. So I've got no complaints with it. It doesn't get me excited. It's not like I'm running out to buy it. Will I get it? Maybe, I don't know. But I'm not mad at it because I just think Shumagorath is executed so well. Richie, you getting this?
This one I am going to skip. I have no need for a second Shumagorath, so I will be leaving this one alone. And again, he's like a shitload more money than like the other ones, so nah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not in a rush to get it, like, but if I end up coming across it or it goes on sale, then maybe I'll pick it up, but it's not enough for now. My display won't be missing anything if I never got this, because I've got the green one, and in my head, that's the more comic one. But yeah, apparently this is accurate too. Jay, you like the pink stuff that would go well in your background.
And that's the only reason I would get it, is to have like a background piece maybe attached to this unit.
Just get hugging your logo, yeah.
Yeah. Just the cool pink colour. I do like the colour. If this would have come out first, I would have probably got this one over the green one, just through seeing it from memories of the couple of the Marvel games that he's been in. I think his main colour in one of them was pink back in the day, so I might have gone for this one first, but I've still not got round to even opening the other one. So he's still in the box.
The other one's a great figure. It is a great figure.
I don't need this, but I do like the colour.
No, I just like it. I just think it's fun, and if I can find an excuse to put it in the comic display, I will as well. So yeah, again, not one that Jay thought was worthy of a San Diego Comic-Con release, but here we are. And that was the penultimate reveal, as the made to order was Gamerverse related. Now, as I've said, me and Rich thought it was going to be a Gamerverse made to order, but we were thinking it might be Rivals because of Rivals being in the zeitgeist at the minute. But this does make a lot of sense, and is probably the better option when I think about Legends as a line, as it's like makes the most sense. It is the Sentinel from the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 game, which is a completely unique design for the game, right? This isn't taken from the comics. This is uniquely made for the game. So, and it's such a tall, bigger design, it had to be unique. So they've went for the made to order option, which is probably the best route for it to get it worthy of its scale and size. And it's now up for order online as well. So we can actually look at the pre-order page and look at the price, which is £114.99. So £114.99. So it's more expensive than last year's. It's actually more expensive than the first 2 smaller made to orders, as it was Dragon Man first and then Mephisto, wasn't it? So this is more expensive than both of them so far, but he is bigger and taller, to be honest. So probably worthy of that additional price. If you think it's worthy of that price at all, that is up to you. But
we are being told in the chat it's only $100 in the US. So we have just been done over completely with the UK conversion, because $100 is about 80
something quid, yeah.
Yeah. So
hey Siri, what's $100 in pounds? I'll tell you now. £75 and 8p. What?
So we are paying in USD. We're paying $153 is the price in the UK.
I know. Look, I know in America
that's double. Then that's double.
What?
America's paying.
Oh
more or
no,
less.
in America, right? It's awkward because we don't add tax at shit checkout. Like that's something that I always confuse me on holiday. It's like you get to the checkout and it's not the price it just said because you've got to add tax. I'm like, what? Why don't you just tell us the price including tax? But they don't do that. So every state has its own tax law. So I understand that even though it's $9.99 and $999, you have to add your state tax to it and then your shipping or whatever. So I get that the price goes up a little bit, but still £30 cheaper. That's a big chunk of change. That's like, I don't understand where that's come from. Yeah, we've been shafted on that one, lads. £114 compared to...
Everyone tweet Daniel and Pulse UK and say how terrible they are.
That is not good. Down with
I know we say
Hasbro.
prices are getting nuts recently. We don't like to moan about the prices, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that
actually,
stinks.
That is stupid.
Okay, let me go through the pictures, then I'll throw it to you guys. So he comes with some accessories. He comes with a stand for his floating fist as well. He comes with some effect pieces that you can plug all over him. It seems on his feet, on his hands, on his head. And he is big and imposing. He's 11 inches apparently. So compared to the rest of these figures, he looks impressive and it looks accurate to the source material, which is its true intention. So I think a lot of people are going to be very happy with this if they're Gamerverse fans. Rich, you seem to be the biggest Gamerverse fan out of a lot of us. Are you happy with this? Did you want this?
Yeah, I'm glad they did this. I disagree with you about going in this direction, not Marvel Rivals, because I think from like a sales point of view, and I'm guessing the Marvel team want to sell more, like a Rivals SPDR would have sold much more than this, I think, because it's more current, it's in like the zeitgeist, like Rivals is popular at the minute.
Well, that's what I was saying. I assumed that Rivals would be the better option for them.
Yeah.
But not maybe for us old people. I don't know.
But I think it would have brought more people to buy it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I just think this, and again, like we were talking about this earlier, like this is now the third Sentinel technically, because we've had the HasLab, we've had the animated series made to order, and now we've got another made to order Sentinel. And then it's just like, how many Sentinels do you need? Like I need this. I love Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm gonna moan, but I am gonna buy it. I think it looks good. The price is not good, especially with how the American price is. So I might be like hitting someone up in America to grab me one and then grabbing it.
Yeah,
like,
Lorenz, will you make a TikTok on behalf of the UK collecting community and bitch about the price for us, please? Ridiculous.
You could do a British accent and everything, Lorenz. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, please do. Please do. No, it looks great, and like Rich says, it's needed. Like, there's no you needed to do a unique release. You couldn't just repaint anything that we've previously got or retool anything we've previously got. It had to be its own unique release to be accurate to the source material. And if you are trying to build out that whole Marvel roster, then he would have been a glaring gap. So I've seen a lot of people very happy with this. Jay, are you interested in this?
I'm interested as a fan of Sentinels, because as Rich said, we've had all sorts of Sentinels, and I've somehow kind of become a Sentinel completionist over the years of different versions of the Sentinels. Always been a fan of the X-Men
There's
animated
no way
series.
you have the coloured variants of the Akami Sentinels. Do you know the green?
Okay, well, I'll take that back then. I don't have that version.
Gotcha!
I have the regular version. I had forgotten that existed.
Only me and Richard, the only two idiots that brought some of them.
Yes, I'm no longer a Sentinel completist. We've done streams before on Marvel vs. Capcom and saying, yeah, we do want this. This is the one unique design from the game. It's the big-breasted Sentinel, as I kind of nicknamed it, a very heavy chest we've got on the Sentinel. It's a unique design. It's a really cool design. I really do like this design. But it's then, what am I going to do? Am I going to have to now do a separate Marvel vs. Capcom display, which would then invite me to encourage to buy more stuff? Or can I just put it in, just do a general Marvel display, which is kind of the way I've been taking my collecting at the moment, just mixing it in, and I'll have Sentinels from all different scales. But if I'm honest, it was a bit of a letdown for me in terms of the made-to-order, because I was expecting... you said you were thinking game. I did not have gaming in my head at all for a made to order. I was expecting something.
We heard it through the grapevine, so I couldn't publicly say it on a stream, but I knew it would be. I strongly thought it'd be Gamerverse related, but didn't know it would be Capcom. I thought it would be Rivals.
You thought it'd go Rivals, yes. So it's the first made to order I'm thinking about. The others I've just gone, oh yeah, great characters. Literally, I've already ordered by this point before we even talking about them. But this time I haven't, and now we've just discussed that price. This whole weekend has irritated me overall with prices, random prices coming up for things all over the place. It just seemed out of whack. And this is completely out of whack again to the US price. There's no sense in this price at all. So that is definitely irritating me as we're live on the internet talking about it. So I am going to have to think about it. But I do like the design. So it is a made to order. You can just cancel. So I might just stick that.
They're changing it though, Jay. Remember, they're changing it. The last time a made to order went up on Pulse.
There's nothing on Pulse UK that says they are.
Oh, okay, interesting. Because they changed that in the US, didn't they? They give you that month window to cancel.
Yeah, that's what I am reading here. There's nothing so far I can see on the Pulse page.
Did you see that, Rich? On the US, so on the US made to order for the last, I think it was the Transformers made to order. They in the small print it said you've got a month window to cancel before your order's locked in. Do you know, to stop people from like cancelling as it's about to arrive, essentially, so they order two extra stock. Because right now in the UK, both Dragon Man, Mephisto, and the Sentinel are all in stock. It's not a made to order. It's pre-order now or buy it later, essentially.
Well, the only one I didn't order was Apocalypse, but you've got me a spare one.
Yeah, I got two. Yeah, I got two. I always panic one.
I hope they do that with the rest of Pulse, because I don't think I've bought a thing off Pulse in like the last 12 months. I pre-order and then I just cancel everything. Somewhere else that gets it first or something. Orders
cancelable by 9th, 22. In America, they do the month first, don't they? So that's the 9th would be September, wouldn't it?
To order stuff, yeah.
What's that?
They're only doing it on the made to order.
Yeah, just made to order stuff. Yeah. Because obviously loads of people are putting orders in and then just cancelling it as the year goes on, but it's too late now. They've already told the factory to make however many. So I understand why they're doing it from a business sense, but that was our sneaky way of, like, I ordered fucking 10 Sentinels, didn't I, like an idiot, and forgot to cancel them, didn't I? Now I've got Sentinels in the garage.
Going into the terms and conditions here, I can't see anything on the UK site that's indicating that. It says it will ship by the 5th of May 2027.
Interesting. I'm tempted, like, just as a Marvel Legends fan, I'm tempted to get this just to have it in hand. Like this does make me, like, knowing that they're doing this, which is one of those obscure character designs you never thought they'd do, because the rest of the other figures they've done for the Gamerverse line have been like relatively normal comic designs, haven't they? So knowing that they've done this does give me more hope that the whole roster would be complete. And like I said, I do have my Jada Toys Street Fighter 2 figures, so they're close enough for me to be that version. So I could have a whole shelf which is still within my Marvel Legends display, but just complemented by Jada to make a Marvel vs. Capcom display. So this, if anything, right now I do not have a Gamerverse display, but if anything, this release does push me more into that direction, just to make use of my Jada display. Like, I haven't got my lights on, but I've literally got, look, all Jada toys up there. So I need to find a better home for them, is my point. So if I can integrate them into some Marvel centric display, then maybe that'll be an idea. So I'll probably put an order in, because I like to get the made to orders. Always impressive Marvel Legends. I haven't been disappointed yet with any of the made to orders, and this looks good for what it is. But if I was being selfish like Jay, when it got revealed, it didn't excite me initially, because I was selfishly hoping for like a Nihilus or like, I don't know who else, but I don't know. I wanted to be pleasantly surprised by like a comic character that we needed, and it was given the made to order treatment. Rich, can you think of like a character that in the comic world that would have got the community excited in a made to order format? Is Fin Fan Foom too far-fetched?
I think Fin Fan Foom would be a lot more expensive, and you're going back into like HasLab territory again. And I know Fin Fan Foom can change its size, but I think people would want like a decent size Fin Fan Foom. And then I think like the big characters like Galactus, like the Sentinel, like they've done now, and it's like, where'd you go with that? Like they've done Giant Man as well. So it's like you can start doing like what do they the Eternals thing? What are they called?
Celestials.
People always say about them, but it's like, which one are you gonna do? Are you gonna have an army of them? Are they gonna sell that much, like, type of thing? So I think that's the bit where it comes down to. Like I could see them doing more the Marvel Rivals route. Like maybe a character like Devil Dinosaur. That they could do a Devil Dinosaur. That might work. That's like nostalgia. It's in other things. It's in Marvel Rivals now. It's in the comic book. You could do like Moon Boy and Moon Girl like with it as well. So yeah, that more like those obscure type of things. But then, will they sell? That's the thing as well.
I think the made to order format, like we don't have to, it shouldn't have to always be bigger character designs. I reckon they should start doing teams in a box. Obviously, Amazon and other companies have not got confidence in ordering these big box sets anymore. We've seen that in the Legends line. There's no more 4-packs, 5-packs. They've just sort of faded away because the price is going up. Those sets would be really expensive. So, especially if a box set is full of obscure characters that don't even quite make sense. So if the made-to-order format was more of a team in a box with a complete team of those more obscure teams that they don't feel confident would sell elsewhere, or splitting them up would take ages, that's the approach I think they should go for made-to-order. I think they should do team in a box. Do you know, like, whether it's, I don't know, more of the Serpent Society or the Marauders or more of the Reavers, or, I don't know, like, just team in a box, I think, is the way they should go and move away from these bigger characters. Like you said, they've done all the heavy hitters. So now do team in a box. Regular Marvel Legends, but just team in a box. So easy, people. Make it happen. Make it happen. Made to order Warriors free, says Literal Action Figs. I agree. A new Hellfire box, says the Black Challenge.
I've done the research. I've switched to the US website. So, yes, the US website clearly says on the front of the page, pre-order by 9/7, orders cancelable by 9/22/26. Whereas the UK page just says pre-order by September the 7th. So they do have very clear different wording on the US website.
It's because the US is just bigger, isn't it? So the quantities that are getting ordered, they're dealing with bigger numbers, where in the UK, they can probably manage the few that cancel throughout the year compared to the 50 states of America. So that makes sense. That makes sense. So we're okay. We can cancel this last minute if we wanted to. So yeah, I'll be putting an order in. So are you all going to order this? Yeah, it seems that way, right? Yeah, it seems that way.
I'll probably put one in. I'm just irritated by their pricing conversion.
Yeah, the price,
which I've emailed them about before, and they give me some waffle. So
yeah. All right, I think that's it. I think there was one little tease. If anyone wants to have a guess what that is, right at the end here. I think there's an image. You lose. Thank you very much. There we go. You win. There it is. What the hell is this? Keep your answers clean, PG, please. Don't want to get demonetized. Jay, do you have any suggestions?
Well, it's clearly we got a ball joint and a peg. So is the peg for a hand, and the ball joint to go into a socket? So is it a Mr. Fantastic bendy arm, and it's going to be maximum?
Is it bendy
Mr.
though?
Fantastic?
It looks like a pretty perfect curve. Do you know? I don't think
it could be his neck. It could be his neck, but then the little peg didn't quite make sense to pop into a neck. So I was thinking Reed Richards' attachment.
I don't think that's bendy wire, because you can sort of see in the plastic of a bendy wire it has the dots in it, and also you couldn't get it that perfect swerve. I don't think that's bendy wire. I think that's one-sided piece of plastic. Rich, do you have any guesses?
I would have gone with Mr. Fantastic as well. Like some kind of like elasticated character. Like it's definitely an arm in it, but who knows if it's white or not? Like that might just be throwing us off. That might just be like the plastic they've sculpted it in or whatever.
Yeah, a few of the teasers last year, they did show us in the different colour. Like the effects for Angel were a different colour. I think some of the rocket pieces for Punisher ended up being in a different colour. So I think everyone's mind is going to a maximum series Mr. Fantastic. But their teasers in recent time are like not ever obvious, if that makes sense. They're always like the gold bars that come with Grizzly. Since then, like we've just got a fucking sewer lid that came with a maximum series Spider-Man. Do you know what I mean? Like most of the teasers they're giving us at the minute are not the obvious picks. So I think they want us to think it's Mr. Fantastic, but it's actually something else. So
you know who else it could be? You know, you said about the Serpent Society.
Yeah.
Like Anaconda.
Oh, with the arms.
She does that with her arms.
Yeah. She's got the big arms. I'd love more Serpent Society. I just like their character designs, and there's plenty more that we need. Yeah, interesting. Off the shelf, what's he saying? He says, what if it's not Mr. Fantastic? What if it's Cameron Hodge?
Yeah, one of the X-Men villains. He's like this phalanx robot type of thing. But I don't think his arms are like that. They're more like techie kind of arms, like Machine Man with like the coils around them.
I'm just looking now. Yeah, no, I don't think it is. Is that him?
Yeah, that's him in the back there.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't. No, I don't think it is. I think it'd be too thick. Interesting. Well, time will tell on that one, people. I don't think it's Mr. Fantastic. I know that. I understand why everyone's going to that conclusion. It does make sense for it to be Mr. Fantastic. But I just think with these recent teasers, they're being sneaky. They're like, they definitely want us to think something and then it's completely something different. So interesting.
The other big character we're missing is Kamala, Miss Marvel as well, because she stretches as well, doesn't she? Like could be a maximum Miss Marvel. I'm sure that will go down well with the internet.
Save that for next year's San Diego Comic-Con. Agent Z-Man says Hepzibah. That doesn't look like Hepzibah's tail, unfortunately. Hepzibah is like more of a skunk's sort of thing, isn't she? So yeah, I wouldn't be mad at a maximum Mr. Fantastic, by the way. Like, I'd be happy for it to be that. I just think they want us to think it's something and then they're gonna something different. Somebody, Mikey Moonboot said Bastion. How could it, what Bastion, like, what? Like, he doesn't really bend his arms, like, in what sense, Mikey Moonboots? I'm trying to think.
Choice of words getting Danger for the X-Men 97. I've seen a few people say Danger. I don't know.
But I don't understand how though. Like, it's not that thick. No, it's the thickness that's a bit putting me off for those robotic type characters. Because yeah, I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, so I think that was your lot in regards to Marvel Legends. So I do want to finish on looking at the Jada reveal in a minute. But just before we wrap up from the Marvel Legends, let's have a top 3 from all of us. All right. So I want to, and same for the chat people. All right. What's the top 3 reveals? Let me just double check on this poll and see what the community is saying. Again, a voice of the people as always. Let me open up that. So what did you think of the Marvel Legends San Diego Comic-Con panel? 7% said it was the best ever. 39% said good, not great. 42% is our current leader, which says meh, pretty mid. And then 12% say it's the worst ever. I think at the start of the stream, I was being a bit harsh because I was a bit disappointed initially. But as we've sort of went through and we've talked it out, I'll move my ranking up to meh, pretty mid. So I've went up a rank. But yeah, still, again, it's just selfishly not that much there for me, that's all. But again, I understand not everything's for everyone. That's okay. So I've rambled a lot enough. Hopefully you've thought your top 3. Jay, what's your top 3 from today?
Top 3 then. So Dr. Doom would take the bronze medal there, like a 2099 version of Doom. Anything Doom, we're probably going to get more. We're definitely going to get Doom, aren't we, on Sunday? So I'll be hoping to see that. Maybe they've saved the best for Sunday because I'm hoping for good things from that. Silver medal will go to Mole Man. I do like the Mole Man, even though I'm stuck with the other one now with the Moloid. So I thought that was a really good reveal. And number 1 will be the Sue Storm Malice figure. I think they've made it surprisingly more accurate than I thought they would be going to do it. So she looks really good. So I think she will be a definite pre-order and she takes the top spot. The Sentinel's price, he's not in the medal petitions.
He's lost his spot on the podium. What about you, Rich? Who's on your podium?
I put probably Earth X Cap would be my 3rd one because I like that storyline and I think they've done a really good job with that figure. Second would probably be Acroyer because I really like the Micronauts. Like I know they've done other versions of that, but to get out in the Marvel Legends, I'm really hoping they'll fill out the rest of the team, especially like Bug
well,
and
Chris Starr did get a friend Warbo, didn't he? Eventually,
yeah, exactly. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. They'll probably just do Baron Karza now, the baddie, because Hasbro own rights to him anyway. But it'll still be good. And then like last place for me, well, top of the shop for me would have. Alice, I just think it's a great looking figure. It's boobs, it's Sue Storm. She's got an angry, evil, skunk rat-tailed alternate head. She's got a gimp mask. She's got a cape. What's not to love with this woman? Who needs to be invisible when you've got a costume like that, Dan, innit?
Yeah, so what's on my top 3? I'm trying to think here.
Why do you think both of the co-hosts there have chosen the same number 1? So it must be something in the interviewing process that has qualified us there.
I need to work from the top down. I think Mole Man, just for my own collection, like I love adding the villains that I don't have, and Mole Man is like Marvel's first villain. The Marvel's like Fantastic Four's first big bad was Mole Man, and I don't have him represented in the shelf. So as I'm building this Marvel collection, for me, I think I'm filling a big gap there with adding Mole Man. So here's number 1 for me. I think Malice would be second. because, like you said, she just looks great. A character design we didn't think we'd get. It's the third one I'm really struggling with because nothing else really gets me that excited, to be honest. Like, I'm probably going to buy the Sentinel, but it didn't excite me. So I don't even know who makes my bronze medal, people. That's how I feel today. Well, I'll probably have to go with the Sentinel over anything else. But again, I'm intrigued to go and have a little read of EarthX. Again, I always enjoy discovering new. I don't claim to ever know it all, and I'm always discovering new things. So there you go. That's my podium. Let's have a look at the chat. I'll read a couple out before we get off to the bonus show. If you are in the Who Crew Deluxe tier, we did unlock the show today. So we will have an extra hour of content if you want to come and join us. I think Jay's going to stick with me. So if you want to come on and talk about Legends, only Legends, we're saving everything else for Legend of the Liquor on Sunday. But yeah, if you're on the Who Crew Deluxe tier, you can start hitting me up with those fresh DMs and we'll get you on the bonus show in a moment, which I will make public before I get off the stream. But yeah, let's have a read a couple of these out. Who we got? So we got A-Win says Iron Man. Oh yeah, maybe that Iron Man, because I just like that design and we're getting an upgrade. Maybe he's in my third spot. He says Iron Man. Oh, I've lost him. Iron Man, Scarlet Witch, and Malice. Oh yeah, Scarlet Witch. She was nice as well. I like Iron Man and Scarlet Witch. There you go. They can share the third spot on the podium. They can just hug each other on that third spot. Kevin Beatty says Malice, Doom, and Mole Man are the best out of the OK bunch. Daniel S says Malice, Iron Man, and Spiral, and then the symbiote Spider-Man in third place. Scotty Toy says Iron Man and Spiral, Black Suit Spider-Man. That's it. He doesn't even have a third place. Conros, again, I'm probably saying that wrong. I apologise. It feels weird that 2 out of 5 figures have been Sentinels and 3 out of 5 X-Men. X-Men sales, I guess. I guess that's the message that Hasbro are taking from the made to orders. Phil Jones just puts Rich on top of his podium, and I don't blame him. Star Hunter says Doom, Mole Man, and Malice. Adam Collect says positives, no worries, the funds are right now. Oh, was he having a conversation with someone else, or is that aimed at us? Because I don't know what that means.
No, at least he is positive that there's no worries for the funds right now because I don't think he's going to buy anything. I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
His wallet is staying closed.
No, I've seen a lot of people say that, ain't they? Like, oh, well, I'm happy because I think John Compulsive Collector says today's stream was like an announcement to say, John, save your money for the Mattel DC collection coming later in 2027. So, yeah, fair play. But again, with the prices going up, like I keep saying, buy what you love, people. Don't get suckered in to like just trying to keep up with everybody else. Like, it's your own collection. You got to make sure that the things you buy and add to your collection are what you want. Yeah, there's something for everybody usually. But today, very Gamerverse heavy. And maybe we got our first glimpse of half of the new mini comic wave. That's my early prediction, but time will tell on that one. But let's wrap up today's show. So, Rich, absolute pleasure to have you back. And we may have you back sooner rather than later as well, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I always said I'd come back for 300, so that's 2 weeks away. So
yeah,
I will clear my Wednesdays for that. I'll make sure I do all my work before that.
Yeah, so I need to plan something for episode 300. Episode 300 of the Dan Who Live Show, people, is in 2 weeks' time. 300 episodes of this live show is insane. This is our 6th year of doing it as well. So, yeah, I always try and celebrate the milestones as...
give away 300 Mephistos. That's what you should...
I will do some giveaways for sure. Jay has already won one of the prizes earlier behind the scenes. Congratulations, Jay.
Thank you very much.
But no, I'll do some giveaways and I'll have some special guests and I don't know. I'll figure something out. But until then, Rich, tell the good people where they can find you online.
Well, you can find me in bed because I'm not good. But after that, you can find me on Displayed Once on Instagram.
Oh, shit. And yeah, before you go, let me just have a look and see if they give us the reveal for Jada. And they did, but it's a stupid link on fucking thingy. It's tiny. There you go. It's Alan. Alan the Alien, right?
Alan the Alien. It is, yeah.
Alan the Alien. There you go. So is that... Oh, yeah, he's in wave 3. So he'll be with the yellow and... black mark, won't he, in wave 3? Yes. Yeah. Rich, quick thoughts before you go on the Invincible line. You in?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, but it's just I think Jada just do weird lineup. Like the first lineup is the first wave is like it's the same with the Scooby-Doo one. They do weird things. It's kind of like Super 7. Did the guy from Super 7 who planned like the Simpsons waves move over to Jada? I don't know. I just want I wanted like Invincible in his like normal suit, like straight off. I wanted Actimeve straight off. I wanted like Omni-Man straight off. I wanted like those characters first. But I get why they spread them out, because obviously they're the most popular ones. But it's like with Scooby-Doo, are we even going to get Velma with all these bloody ghosts? Like, who wants these ghosts? Who's buying the ghosts?
Do you know what's crazy? If they release Invincible in the same speed that they are giving us Scooby-Doo, you won't even get that blue and black mark until 2028, because you're getting one. Like, we haven't even got Wave 2 of Scooby-Doo in hand yet. Pre-order's only just gone up, and they only did that to shut everybody up at San Diego, and it's not due until January of 2027. So that means we would have went a whole calendar year with no Scooby-Doo figures because we got Shaggy last year.
The only thing I will say I'm optimistic of is because they did complete the Street Fighter 2 Ultra. They completed like that whole line of there. Like, we just got like T-Hawk and Zangief to come. I think that's it, and then we've got everyone. So I mean, fair play to them. It was slow, but we got it in the end. So
yeah. So I do think they will stick and finish Scooby-Doo, but just gotta be patient, people. Unfortunately, and collectors are one thing but patient. Jay, tell the good people where they can find you online.
You can find me right here on YouTube at Jay's Toy Collection UK, where there are now videos once again on the channel. So we have a live stream literally from last night, an impromptu live stream covering my very first day of excitement for San Diego Comic-Con, and also a couple of videos as well on some of the reveals. So yes, we've broken the algorithm, so I am back on YouTube. Good man. I was watching yesterday, I just nowhere near the chat, but I was lingering in the background. You were basically recapping me on the stuff that I didn't look at, which is the wrestling stuff. So I was getting very excited about the wrestling, and then Mondo showed an Ecto-1 and a lizard. Finally got to see that lizard in person. Yeah, maybe we'll talk about the Ecto-1 at the start of the bonus show, because if you're not going to be on Legends. But you're going to stay with me for the bonus show, right? I will stick with you. Cheeky Monkey is out for the evening, so it's that'll go to bed, so I might as well stay with you. All right, let me. I don't want to end the stream until I've changed the other one to public so I can share it. So stay with me for 1 second. I've ended the poll as well while I'm doing this. It ended with 42% said it was pretty mid. It said meh, it was pretty mid. And again, I think that's fair. I think that's, again, they were very self-aware. They've got the Doomsday stuff on Sunday, so I think that's going to be hopefully a headline for them for sure.
What does the chat think they're going to reveal tomorrow, though? Do you think they're going to reveal everything, one wave, or just the Doom? Imagine if it's just Doom after all this.
Do you know what? My actual question is, like, I thought, like, this is like not even toy related. This is just Hall H related. Do you know? I thought the main event of Hall H would be to show the Doomsday trailer. But they showed it us on Monday morning. So that means they've got something else planned. They don't hire Hall H unless they're doing something big. The last time they were there...
What if they showed the entire movie?
That'd be great in there. They're not going to do that. But do you know what I mean? What is it they're going to do? What's the headline for Marvel Studios at Hall H? They're going to end on a bang like they always do. So if it's not the Doomsday trailer, what is it they're showing people?
They could show all of the Spider-Man film, because that's out next week anyway.
Do they ever do that? Do they ever show Hall H a whole movie? I don't know. I genuinely, I'm surprised. I don't know. They could announce the X-Men cast, because apparently they're filming it next year. So that could be something. Maybe. They've not done much on them.
I bet they won't announce Jean Grey tomorrow if they do that, will they?
That's true. That's very true. Yeah, Spider-Man's not out for a week, is it? So. Yeah, interesting. So yeah, I'm just curious, but it's going to be at 1 o'clock in the morning for us in the UK, so we'll find out on Sunday morning. But I've just made the bonus show public for everybody. So if you want to come and join us to the bonus show, I will put the link in the chat right now. It's a purple. It's basically what you see right here now, but with a purple background. So there it is. So head over there. We're going to
like being in Jay's room.
Yeah, we're going to head over right there now to continue the conversation. So if you're watching live right now, just click the link in the chat or go to my videos live tab, and you will see their next live stream start. I'm going to bring on some channel members, hear their thoughts, and see if anyone else is as excited about these Marvel Legends reveals as I was at the start of this stream, because I'm very curious to see what people think. So yeah, we're going to head over there. But as always, give them a wave, people. We'll be back very, very soon. And for me and Jay, we'll be back in a few minutes' time. Bye-bye. Go and click these videos on the channel right now. Like I said, I've reviewed the whole box Build-A-Figure wave, and I've done a recap and ranking. So after the San Diego Comic-Con hype is fizzled away, I will probably post that. And then maybe I'll post a Spider-Man No Way Home. No, it's not even the film name. Brand New Day. Maybe I'll do that this week. I don't know. Bye-bye.